Live from the basement at JJ Watt, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
Yep, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast. No Ed tonight, but tonight Hop is here visiting. Hot Stove Hop is in the room with us. So, Hop, how you doing, and how was your week since we talked to you a couple weeks ago, or like 2 weeks ago?
Good. Played dartball with Willie twice since I'll steal his bit, and that's about it.
I had to see him twice in 1 week. I'm telling you, that's a lot.
It was.
It's like it's like getting the plague. Eric, how was your week?
Am I on now?
Yeah.
You turned yourself off that time.
Hop actually turned me off, which he does to a lot of people. All right, in honor of our missing bench warmer, Ed. So, guys, I almost didn't make it to the show on time tonight.
No kidding.
Yeah, I had to go over to Glenn's because we were going to look through his White Sox stuff tonight so we could mess with Hop a little bit. And all I could find that fit me were some open-collared V-necks and some tight shorts. So after several TikTok videos, I finally made it on time. So.
To be seen later.
Glenn, how about you?
Just pretty boring week. Thought out a little bit with the warm weather. Enjoyed that. Excited for baseball starting. 2 days in now. Sox are going to win it all. Just going to tell Hop that now. I'm joking.
To quote Tim Anderson, you're not the best effing team in the American League.
I did see that today.
Pretty good week, though.
I did see that. Tim Anderson. Hey, I like the what do you call it? Not cockiness. What's the word? What's swag? I don't know.
Swag and confidence.
Confidence is the word. Confidence. I mean, but he's right. I mean, in a way, he's right. They have to be.
They're good. They're a good team.
Yeah.
The thing that I didn't like that he said, and I was listening to his interview on the radio, was he said that they're the most athletic team, too. And they still have, like, Jose Abreu, who's just fat and slow. He won the MVP. They got Grandal at catcher. Yohan Moncada is not exactly slick at third base. Not that the Twins are fast or anything like that. They got swag. So, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting, to say the least.
It's their 300-year-old GM that I'm worried about.
I think you mean manager.
Manager, yeah. Sorry.
Tony La Russa when he's passed out drunk in the
he likes to tip him back.
So on tonight's show, we have the beer of the week with Eric. We have Where Are They Now with Willie. Our fan poll this week was, if you could only eat one restaurant the rest of your life, which would it be? Our snake draft is the greatest NCAA basketball players of all time. Also, this week's Mount Rushmore is the AL Central. 4 players from each team all time, or current or former can be. Also, a couple topics I have set up for the guys. Hop's here to talk a little baseball. He has a little subject he wants to go over with us, a little NBA talk. But let's start out with this. We'll start with our first one of the night. I got a new segment I want to throw out here. It's called Florida or Ohio, okay? And Florida or Ohio is interesting. Everybody knows Florida and Ohio are the capital of dumb crimes in the world, it seems like. So they get the dumbest crimes. So the first one I have here is a great one. And it is this. It's going to be Florida or Ohio. And let me throw this up for you guys to see. This is the guy. Florida or Ohio.
That's Ed's 8th grade pitcher.
I was going to say that's Jonah Hill.
Yeah. So the headline is, Man Tries to Seduce Undercover Officer with Chicken Alfredo.
Well, I mean, he's really pale. My guess is Ohio.
Okay, so hold on. I got to give you the story.
Oh, sorry.
It's a story.
I thought that was the story.
No. Albert Maruna, now 23, was arrested in this town's sex sting back in December. He thought he was talking to a 15-year-old boy online, but it actually was an undercover police officer from this town. He arranged to meet the officer in this city. He planned to bring lubricant, Sprite, and chicken Alfredo to the date.
In that order.
That's an incredible trio.
And the crazy thing is, he's only on house arrest for 120 days, and he's only has to be registered as a sex offender. He's trying to have sex with a 15-year-old boy, and that's his 120 days. So, real quick, let's go over the room. Hop, Florida or Ohio?
I'm going Ohio, but the chicken Alfredo must have been good to reduce that sentence.
Eric?
Well, I want to say Ohio when I look at his picture, but the whole reduced sentence makes me want to say Florida, but I'll stick with Ohio.
Glenn?
Ohio.
Willie?
I'm going with a video game kid. I think he's going to be from Florida. You know, he sits in the house all the time.
Willie is incorrect. The other three guys are correct. It was Ohio. That's our first one. We'll get him off the screen because he's kind of creepy.
Scaring me.
He's kind of creeping me out right now, fellas. So
He eats a lot of. I bet he eats a lot of chicken Alfredo.
It drinks a lot of Coke.
He
and
would-
lubricant.
he was-
Sprite. Now he eats Sprite.
He was definitely not part of the weight loss challenge.
Sprite. And
Well, he needs the
Alfredo.
lubricant just to get in the door.
next up, this is interesting. So the NFL has released that they're going to do 17 games in 2021. The question mark is not really. It should be there, but it's highly likely they're going to expand the schedule, and the schedule is going to run like this. The idea behind the schedule is this: 17 games. It'll be the normal schedule setup where you play a certain division, cross division. You play your own division twice each. Then you play a division in your same division, the whole division, and then you play the person that finished the same as you across your conference record-wise. The added game will be cool concept. It looks like it'll be the AFC team, so NFC teams, the NFC division they played the year before. They'll play their matched up team.
Yeah.
Okay. And it'll rotate. That 17th game will be AFC home teams. Will be home teams in that game one year. The NFC will be home teams next year. The games that are kind of popping out this year that may happen or will happen. It'll be Packers versus Chiefs. That's one of the games. Also, Tampa at New England.
Nice.
And one of the other ones possibly will be Ben Roethlisberger and Rodgers, possible last time meeting each other, Green Bay versus Pittsburgh. Those are the games that are in there. Other ones that might be happening with 17-game slate. You got Pittsburgh, Seattle, Baltimore, the Rams. This is talking going back cross division. Tampa, Indy, Houston, Carolina, New England, Dallas are some of the ones you may see. So that is an interesting schedule. They will move the Super Bowl back 1 week. They want to add a bye week, but the Super Bowl will be 1 week later, so it'll be like around Valentine's Day, the 13th of February, they're saying. So anything you like or dislike about that? I do laugh about the NFL being about safety, but adding games to the schedule. They did take away 2 preseason games, I believe, so they're going down 2, but more money making is involved in the season games anyway. So I don't know what you guys feel about that.
Well, that was my first question. Are they getting rid of some preseason stuff? So they'll just go to 2?
I believe that's the plan, yeah.
Yeah, and this is very likely?
I believe it's going to happen, yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah, I don't either.
As fans and fantasy guys, I mean, this is an extra game of the fantasy season, so it'll extend it to 7.
Yeah, it'll shift then for fantasy instead of starting week 13 or 14, you just shift to 1 more week.
Yeah. So,
I like it.
Week 1's right around the same time if they're going to extend the Super Bowl later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll start the week after Labor Day. It'll be the Thursday night game. Usually is it'll be the this year would be I can't remember his name. Who's the quarterback of the Buccaneers? I always forget.
Brady.
Brady. Brady. It's going to be
Tom
his
Brady.
team and somebody on Thursday night this
Dilfer?
year because I think they
Dilfer?
won, didn't they?
Brad Johnson.
Is Brady good, Eric? I haven't heard.
Oh, he's the GOAT.
I
He's the
can't
GOAT. Go ahead. Next. He's
It's
the
about time
GOAT.
he's acknowledged that.
He is the GOAT.
Another
Best
story.
Quarterback ever.
I forgot to mention last week. It was a pretty cool story. This kid right here, true freshman, Caleb Pendleton, his first 2 collegiate at-bats, 2 Grand Slams, playing for Florida Atlantic University. So kind of cool. But like we talked about, I brought this up after the show last week, and Ed said it the best.
Is he going to keep
Nowhere
it
to
up?
go but down
Yeah.
after this.
So we didn't talk about this on the show. I thought we did.
No, we talked about it after. Yeah,
Okay.
we talked about it after because I
Yeah.
totally forgot about. But 2 Grand Slams. You think he's going to keep it going?
Well, has he?
Hop, or
Has he kept it going?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
I don't got to look it up, but I'm going to say no.
You can't. There's nowhere to go. Fernando Tatis did it in the major leagues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not his first 2 at bats, but there's no place to go. I mean,
Hey, think about timing. Perfect timing for this kid, huh?
Yeah.
He walks into a bases loaded situation every time, and he gets some idiot pitcher to throw him a fastball or something, or a hanging curve.
I really want to see who they were playing, though. That's what I miss. Because sometimes early in the season, these guys played D2 teams or D3 teams that aren't very
Or
good.
these nuts teams.
He was playing Central Florida.
Central Florida.
It was a 20-15 game.
Yeah, so.
Well, that tells you everything you need to know about early season.
The
college,
pitching was awesome.
early season college
in that
baseball.
game.
still had 2 Grand Slams. Don't take the thunder away from the poor kid.
I'm not going to.
Come on.
2 Grand Slams in 1 inning.
He looked like he was fired up.
No, it wasn't 1 inning. It was spread out to the
It was 1 inning.
It was
I
in
thought.
1 inning.
Yeah, I thought it was in 1 inning.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Well, Glenn's got the story up in front
Do you have the
of him,
box
so-
score there for me?
Box
I
score,
thought it was
box
different
score
innings.
Billy over there.
Glenn, can you walk us through like inning by inning?
Well, it was only 1 inning, so we just had to go through one.
was low and outside.
Take him
Second
15
pitch.
minutes.
Okay, next.
You don't like college baseball?
I do. I love it.
Okay.
So
We're just waiting for.
let's
Eric
talk
to
about the
get to
NBA.
Giannis.
Let's talk about the NBA a little bit. Good. There you go.
I set you up.
Yeah, the Bucks are hitting their stride kind of right now. Possibly, we'll see.
5-0. What you got? 3-0 up there.
3-0 in the last week. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Oh,
Eric.
sorry.
3-0 in the last week.
Here, I'll turn my
5-0.
microphone off.
He didn't count the Timberwolves, who they destroyed.
5-0 in the last week. So, and here's a play from last night. The big dunk that put the game away for the Bucks. Giannis right here will put it away, and so they are back on track. I believe a little bit. I'm not going to give them too much credit because once again, the biggest problem I saw last night was if you did watch the game. I think Brook Lopez is working his way out of Milwaukee. I really, really do. There was a play in the game when then there was 2 other Bucks with him, but there was 3 Bucks and Patrick Beverly, and Patrick Beverly got the rebound from him, and Lopez just seems to go up with one hand. He doesn't want to get like 3 different times that game he was out rebounded by guys that he should never been out rebounded by. And one time he tapped one out and lost the possession because he tried tapping a rebound out. I mean, what?
You got 2 hands, man. Grab it.
I'm taking Portis' scoring over the defensive flaws that Portis might have right now because Lopez is not adding anything to this team at this point, and maybe it'll change. But right now, I think Portis is going to take that job, or it's going to be a short leash to start the game.
Yeah, I mean, I love that idea of Portis taking the job. I've been talking about that all year. Lopez, I think, peaked the last couple of years, and I think he that was the best we were going to get out of him. Even his shooting has gone down a little bit. And he's just slow. He's got a slow first move. He's got a slow second move and a slow third, and then even defensively,
slower than the next, right?
But his fourth move, wait for that.
Yeah, exactly. Even defensively, he's not what he was. He defends well right under the hoop, but when he's got to step out, he's just lost. It's just forget it. But I like Bobby Portis, and I think he's even playing a little bit better defense too. With
How
the
many
Bucks.
minutes is Lopez playing per game? I mean, is he part of the full?
He's part of the
Is he part of the
rotation.
full
He's
rotation?
a starter, and he's playing
But
the most at that position.
Starter doesn't matter because it's just.
But he's playing more minutes than Portis.
Yeah.
that-
He was.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
How much in the rotation is he? That's the biggest thing. Because he'll play himself out of that rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably what's going to happen too.
And the only thing with the Bucks, though, he has to stay in the rotation at some point because they don't have any big bodies. That's the one thing they flawed in the offseason. They didn't get any big bodies.
Yeah.
Lopez and Portis are it. Unless you want to play Giannis at center. Body-wise, or defend that. Which he could. To be honest, they could do that.
Yeah.
Because in the NBA is not like it used to be. You're not matching 5s against 5s, 4s against 4s. It doesn't happen anymore. So they could go that way. In the long run, they could play. Giannis could defend the best big man if they had to. If they had a problem, he could do it once in a while. And you're not facing a ton of great big men anymore. How many big men are laying around that you're like, besides Embiid and guy and Giannis has guarded Embiid in the past.
Yeah,
and
that's
done
what I
fine
was just
against
going to
him.
say is who's going to guard Joel Embiid because he's hot right now. I mean,
He did get a new haircut, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about basketball.
Oh, you
I'm
like
sorry.
that? You like that? Giannis matches up well with Embiid defensively, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There's big bodies out there. I mean, Andre Drummond, I think, is in trade talks. I mean, there's guys out there. But do you go that route, or would you rather
Mrs. Drummond
Didn't they bring
Mrs.
in-
Drummond?
from Different
bring in-
Strokes and from Facts of Life fame? No, that'd be Mr. Drummond's wife. I'm sorry, but she's died because he adopted the
That was
kids.
Mrs.
That was
Garrett.
Mrs. Garrett.
That
I'm
was
sorry,
Mrs.
Mrs. Garrett.
Wait, Hop was going to say who'd they bring in?
Who'd they bring in last year at the waiver deadline? Like, there's going to be a bunch of guys that their contracts are just going to be being cleared that they can bring in guys who can defend. You just bring in a big body.
Well, last year they brought in Marvin Williams to answer
Yeah.
your question.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Big body, a good shooter, good. I mean, he was more of a.
Yeah, the problem with Marvin Williams, though, he was good. I liked him with the Bucks, but he was just like Brook. He was Brook Lopez again. Maybe a little better defense.
Yeah.
Not a great.
He
not
was a
guy-
good defender.
How are you 7 feet in the NBA and don't get 10 rebounds a game?
Yeah, I don't know.
plays on the
Because
perimeter.
there's other guys.
I'm just
7'4".
saying, work hard, and that's. I mean, you got to put. I mean, I don't
Sure.
know. I understand it's different. It's a different game and all that, but a couple comments. Heggs says, "Wait, you like Chicago sports?" I think he meant Chicago. It's Chicago.
It looks like he said Chicano.
And Molly Wilson said, "Hi, Jeepa." So I'm guessing that's your granddaughter Ruby.
Yes, I think you are correct.
Oh, that's
there.
sweet.
Unless Molly calls you grandpa, then you're really old.
You've been lying to us.
God damn it to hell! The truth is out.
So yeah, any NBA, nothing much changed. The Lakers had a little. They lost a couple in a row, but they've come back. They beat the Golden State
They
Warriors.
destroyed them. It was
a surprising game.
I was excited about watching that game, and it was the most lopsided game ever.
Yeah, I agree. That was a really weird game to me.
Yeah.
I didn't think.
A lot of hype on it too, because Curry's been playing well. The Warriors turned things around, and before I knew it, they were down by 30.
Yeah.
So, what's everybody's opinion about the Nets' success so far?
Isn't KD hurt?
KD is hurt.
I know,
He's
but,
out with a hamstring.
But
Well,
been running it, haven't they?
yeah. Well, I mean,
they got in a row. Was it?
the Nets. They've lost a couple. I mean, they are playing well. They're a half game out. We're only a game out right now. The Sixers, and that was one of the things I was going to bring up, Willie. Is who is the best team in the East? I mean, do you guys believe in the Nets? Do you believe in the Sixers? Obviously, we drink the Bucks Kool-Aid here.
I'll say all three of those guys, the Bucks, the Sixers, and the Nets are all going to play and have these streaks. The Nets, if Kyrie decides that he doesn't want to play or if KD's out, I don't think they're going to go anywhere. And that's you worry about that.
That's where I was.
Same thing with Harden.
Yeah.
In the Sixers, they're at some point people are just going to make Ben Simmons try and shoot.
3 head cases on one team. You know what? You're all trying to. They all want to do what they want to do. They all have their agenda.
Yeah.
And you're played together for a while, but once you get to the highlight there, and if my number's not getting called all the time, then you know what? I'm going to sulk and go to I can see that happening with them, big time.
Yeah, and the other team, the Sixers, they're in Embiid right now. Because I kind of went through who are the best teams, who are the best players through the first half of the season. Embiid is the MVP for the first half of the season. He really is. His numbers are incredible, but you know what? He's a head case as well. He will falter.
Jeff has brought up. He wishes the Bucks. Jeff Jankowski
Christian
brought
Wood.
up.
Oh hell yeah!
He would have kept Christian Wood.
He was. He was 2 or 3 years ago, right? I mean,
yeah, he was. It was too early. I don't
it was
blame
way
them.
too early.
And he
yeah.
actually didn't start coming on until late last year with the Pistons. Correct? He was with the Pistons.
Yeah.
And he's took a great role with the Rockets. And then it helps when the Rockets have really nothing there anymore. I mean,
yeah.
They're not.
Oladipo, he turned down a deal I saw or something.
Yes, he did.
An extension.
Yeah, I mean Oladipo's solid, but he probably go back to Indiana, the old scam like the Chapman trade with the Cubs.
Well,
win a series and go back to the Yankees.
Indiana could use him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mediocre teams in the East. I don't know. Those three that's the big three right there. I don't know the Celtics are really. They're under 500.
Yeah,
they're really underachieving.
Same with the Heat, right? The Heat are under 500.
The Heat are, yeah. Well, the Heat have actually come back a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing that bothers me a little bit about the MVP talk, we're talking in the NBA, and it's hilarious how the top 3 or 4 get named, and Giannis' name is not even in there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's come. I think he heard me, and he was pissed at how I dogged me.
Yeah,
he's at what he scored 34 points or more the last 5 games.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really killing him. Let's be honest. I'm not killing him.
You said he wasn't flashy.
But they are. I will say this. Yesterday changed it because they'll be 4-8 now. But in close games, the Bucks are 4-8 now. In close games.
Well, they were 0-10 if they didn't have the lead in the third quarter until yesterday.
They were also 0 whatever how many losses they have?
They have
13.
13. 14,
so they were also 0-13 if they had the lead at the end of the game.
That's. My gosh, you're genius.
Hey, this big headed for nothing.
So if you look at the top,
hey, just a hat rack.
I can't see so well. Is that Albert Einstein over there?
No, it's Alfred Einstein.
so top 3 teams in that division, the Bucks actually have the better the point differential. They're plus 7.5. Nets are 0.44 and 76ers are 0.3 differential. Which is surprising, right? You would think if they're outscoring more than the other teams.
You're making my head hurt.
They've all had streaks too.
They've
all had the streaks where they've gone on where they've had it.
Yep.
I mean,
because how many games in a row did the Bucks lose?
5.
Was it 5?
And then just won 5 now.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw $20 out the window and find $20 in your pocket.
Exactly.
In the Hops point, Philly's 5-5 right now.
Yeah.
The last 10.
They've been struggling.
And Drew Holiday came back yesterday, which he wasn't a big part of the game, but
you could tell he's been out.
He probably had his plus minus was probably minus like 10 yesterday because he had a couple turnovers and he
only had 2 points. I think
he's coming off and he didn't play a lot. He only played 9 minutes the first half. He probably played 18-20 minutes at the most.
Yeah,
they'll work him back in the rotation.
Yeah, they have to. They have no choice.
Yep.
So we have a question from I'm gonna butcher this name, so I apologize ahead of time. Miguel
Is it silent?
I want to say.
Is it
I don't want to say
silent?
asshole because it sounds weird.
I would say is it silent where it's
We just
Yasso?
lost another
Yasso.
Yeah, usually it's a
Miguel
Y.
Yasso. Yes, Yasso. I'm going to go with that. So his question is, who do you think the quarterback for the Bears will be next year?
Rex Grossman.
Any serious answers? Willie, you want to start out? What do you think? Willie looks like he's thinking.
I am thinking here
He's
because
got his cap on.
Thinking cap.
I think it could be who the hell? I think it's going to be. It's going to be.
Jesus, that was.
Yeah.
You made Willie think.
Can you edit this out later?
Yeah. No,
Thanks.
edit it out. Next,
Miguel put smiley emojis and stuff, Miguel, so he must have laughed at my asshole. I apologize for that.
Or we either that or we butchered. his
Okay, well,
last
sorry.
name.
Well, I had a
no,
couple.
go to the next person. I'm not sure.
Glenn?
I'm with
Glenn's
William.
like Jose Abreu.
I got
No, I mean there's
He's got footwork like Nick Foles. You might as well get him. No, God.
Ginger what?
Who do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm with Willie. Who knows what the Bears are going to do?
I'd say Mitchell Trubisky.
He don't want to play for the Bears, he said, so
Why not?
it's mutual.
He wants to sit on the
great.
bench somewhere.
Rumor is the Patriots were kicking the tires on that fella.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's a rumor.
It's an upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my vote. I mean, it's hard. It is hard to tell, but
I'm an upgrade over Cam Newton right now.
Didn't you post a stat? Zero pick six over the.
I got it. Alex
Look,
Smith.
what is he saying? Call me what you want, just don't call me collect. That's awesome. I like this
that.
guy.
Or don't call me
Miguel.
Shirley.
So who do you think, Hop?
False.
Nick Foles.
Bulls.
So what I heard, and I don't know if they're going to. Well, I don't know if this is true. I hope they don't do it because I don't know if you should mortgage a future of a franchise. So you might have read this, and this is something the NFL rules are. You can't trade more than 3 first-round picks at a time unless it's draft night.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't trade 4 first-round picks for anybody.
Yeah.
But like I said, Ryan, I have a feeling, I have a funny feeling they're going to end up with Deshaun Watson.
Really?
And the reason why is that Ryan Pace doesn't have to worry about the future. This is it for him. If him and Nagy, if it goes bad, they're going to lose the job anyway. So you might as well go down with the thing on fire, right? I'm not lying. This is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid they're going to mortgage a future for. And I understand everybody says he's a future. Last year, out of the final 4 guys in the playoff, in the final 4 quarterbacks, you know who was sandwiched in between them at 3 in numbers?
Watson.
Deshaun Watson. But
He was on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Watson.
yeah, and I traded for him midseason last year.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
he-
after the first 2 or 3 weeks where he struggled, he was hot. I mean, he was awesome.
And that was kind of with the same kind of mishmash of offense. And the Bears don't have a bad offense. They don't. It just wasn't good with what they had. Your quarterback is where it starts, obviously. And I don't know. Defensively, I just think if they might mortgage it until Alex Smith came available. Maybe Alex Smith is a bridge. But what the Bears did wrong last year, I've said this many a times, by winning games and making the playoffs, screwed them. Now Mac Jones, if they want to Mac Jones and have a chance at the guy, and I think Mac Jones might be a good pro quarterback, maybe he's not going to be a top, but you can't even get him now.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be gone by 18, 19 where they're drafting. So you're going to have to me, the Bears right now in a situation, just trade out of the first round or do something and get more picks and build that offensive line and run the freaking ball.
Mel Kiper has Mac Jones going before 12.
Yeah.
All 5
crazy.
of those, all 5 of those top-ranked quarterbacks, he has them going by,
And
by 12.
because the league is so quarterback starved now. Everybody thinks they want to hit on the next. Joe Burrow had a great year. The next, the guy, nobody talks about Justin Herbert is going
man.
to be
he had a great year.
NFL
Yeah.
quarterback.
But I think
he's very good.
Herbert was awesome, but I think
He's a monster.
The thing about Burrow is Burrow got hurt. So he wasn't able to play he missed the last 5 games
More than that. I think.
from when he got hurt.
Yeah, I think so.
So he missed your big Tua Burrow matchup when it was, what was that, like week 9, week 10?
Something like that.
So I think Burrow's good too, but Herbert is really good too.
Miguel brings up Russell Wilson. The one thing I have a problem with Russell Wilson is that his age at this point. I'm going to take the younger guy if it's going to cost me the same amount. I know Russell Wilson has proven he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's done things. He's actually proven he can carry teams, but he also had good defenses with him. But I would not give up 3 first rounds for a 32-year-old quarterback. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was Aaron Rodgers. I don't care who it was. I would not give up much on picks. Well, maybe Aaron Rodgers at 32 I might have, but 30. I mean, it's tough. I mean, you're this is a guy who wants to leave Seattle because their line isn't great, and the Bears line got better. But
You want Charles Leno as your left tackle?
yeah. But their line did get better. The last 5-6 games, Dave Montgomery had a great end of the year. He ended up like top 3 or 4 in rushing, so which is mind-boggling to me because his first 6 games, they could not run the ball at all. It was god awful. I don't know how they ended up 5-1, running for like 50 yards a game. Terrible. And I mean, I don't know. We have to move on, but I'm gonna go with Watson. I don't think it's out of the picture for them, but I really believe if the control is like they said still with the upper McCaskies and all that, Ed McCaskey will not allow him to trade for first round picks.
It's going to be Pace's out right there. He's going to say he wouldn't let me make that trade.
That's the rumor right now. They've said that Ed McCaskey liked Trubisky, and the rumor is Pace was leaning different ways, and kind of they pushed it. Let's go get Trubisky, and he did. That's what the rumor is. And Pace hasn't said it. So if Pace said, I think he was just trying to buy himself.
Let's see what Pace says after he gets fired.
Yeah, let's wait for his tell-all book.
That's right.
Yeah, who cares at that point?
Yeah. So yeah, I think we all have our opinions on it, and I think it's once again, I don't think we answered a question really. So it could be anybody.
We know Willie and Glenn did.
You know what? And it could be honestly. Who'd you say? Hop?
I said Foles.
I think Foles is the obvious choice at this point because he's on a contract.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like $6 million. So I mean, you could do what you want with that. I don't know. If they're going to keep Foles, no point of going to Alex Smith. I don't think there's any point of doing that. I really don't.
One quick question. You think any of those Cam Newton money for like $1 million for a year, do you see any quarterback that...
I take any Dalton over Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Okay,
what he's saying.
I know.
He's saying is, where's the smoking deal this year? Is there a smoking deal?
The cheap guy? I mean, Dak Prescott maybe from... No, I'm just kidding.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
Now, Dak Prescott's
Alex
interesting,
Smith.
too. Dak Prescott, but they're not going to trade. I mean...
What is the deal? Now, the Wilson thing popped up this weekend. It seems like there was all the memes with him in different jerseys. Like, when did he start wanting out?
So let's talk about him right now. I actually had this built up. And Willie, go ahead. You can bring it up.
It started? It started on the Dan Patrick show.
Okay.
He pulled him on there. I think it was last week. He asked him a question out there, and he pretty much said, "Hey, look, he wants to be involved in some decision making out there." I mean, and it was, Dan Patrick's been talking about this all week. He goes, "Yeah, I guess I broke that one too."
The rumor of the whole thing came out is all that happened was the agent came out and said, if there was a trade on the table, these are the teams you'll play if it wanted to play for: Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, or Bears. That's his 4 choices.
But Russell Wilson came out. Willie's right on the Dan Patrick show and said, "I'm sick of getting beat up, sacked." I mean, somebody looked up. He's been sacked like 400 times.
Yeah, he was the most sacked
in his
player.
career.
And the thing about it too is that once again, these are all rumors, speculation. He went to Pete Carroll and said, "Hey, we need to work on this line. Blah blah. The line's not good." And Pete Carroll told him, "Just trust it." Yeah. Trust the process, and the process got him killed this year. Mm-hmm. And we all beat him up. Well, I didn't. Still think he's a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, great.
But the problem is he's a guy that when you don't have a line. Look at perfect example. Look at Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. The line wasn't good.
They were terrible. They were injured.
Faded.
They were injured. That wasn't his fault. Yeah.
Wilson faded as the year went on because he's getting beat up more and more.
He was almost like a rec flag football kid playing flag football. He would get the ball and just start running, like Mahomes in the Super Bowl. But after halftime, he would get the ball and just take off. And a lot of it was needed to be, or he was going to be dead.
Sure, yeah.
And
at 31, 32, and he's never missed a game.
No.
At some point, you got to be like, you know what, enough is enough. So I get it.
Yeah.
They also said he was mad that he switched because remember he was in the MVP talk at the beginning of the year.
First like 7 weeks,
and then Pete Carroll switched the offense to rely on whatever DJ Dallas and Chris Carson.
Because
he switched to a running offense, and Russ was mad.
That was the big talk because they were letting Russ take care of the game.
Yes,
and they do have a good set of receivers there. I mean the monster known as DK Metcalf, and then you have Lockett and Doug Baldwin. No, I'm just kidding, not Doug Baldwin. But no, they have a good young receivers, and they have a good solid. They had Greg Olsen when he was healthy, and then they also had who's the other tight end that's been there for a few years.
I think it was Luke Wilson.
Yeah, so they had a good offense, and he was moving the ball good. He probably throws honestly. Him and Rodgers probably threw 2 best deep balls in the NFL.
Yeah,
I think hands down those 2 throw best 2 deep balls. And Rodgers probably maybe a little ahead of him, but he throws a great deep ball for how he size and everything. So I just think it'd be tough to give up all that. The choice of teams, they're all over the board. I guess
I only see one. Really.
And the one that I'm kind of nice to see him say the Bears. I mean, the rumor with that was that why not Chicago? If he came to Chicago, he'd be the meme I saw this week. The top 5 quarterbacks ever in Bears history: Sig Luckman, Jay Cutler. Third was Russell Wilson saying he'd come to the Bears.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the top 3 in Bears history.
And that time Favre mentioned it.
Yeah. And Eric Kramer. Yeah. And they was like, that was hilarious. So, so honestly, you come here and build. You could actually I'm sure Seattle Seahawks fans are like, no way.
Yeah.
But if he came to Chicago, the
murder rate would go way down.
He'd be God. He'd be God. All those other teams, the Cowboys, he'd probably be God in there too. But they already have.
Yeah, they've all had legendary.
They got Dak. I mean, Dak's Dak's younger and he's shown he can play in the NFL. So
what about Sierra's take on this whole thing?
Yeah,
I think she had some
big city Chicago, man.
That's right.
Big city. The ladies love the big city.
I actually see the Saints.
Russell cares.
The Saints is probably the best fit for him, though.
Well, and now
you don't think so?
They're talking Raiders because they'll trade Derek Carr to Seattle, so Seattle has a veteran quarterback, a ready quarterback.
Well,
they got some weapons.
The Bears have Nick Foles. They could trade. No, okay.
Super Bowl MVP.
Now we're kind of moving to the next. You kind of segued into this for me, guys, and that's cool. So let me see if you guys may have seen this. If you answer if you've seen it, whatever. But this picture, I'm gonna throw this picture up, and who is this fella right here? Who is this guy?
That's Drew Brees.
Saw it today. Yeah.
So this is the deal. This guy, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not pushing a sled of weights to keep my cardio going.
What is he in a parking lot?
Yeah, I have a feeling Drew Brees plans on coming back.
Did you watch the whole video?
No, I did not.
What?
So he's got like a little bit of a space here to go, and he keeps pushing it, and he goes right down the road. He's like almost going out into the traffic.
Really?
And his strength coach is yelling, Drew, I said to the black area, stop here. And he just keeps pushing it.
Yeah, I think this is not cardio like most NFL guys just retire and work out every day and just to keep in shape. This is not what you do to keep in shape. This is what you do to play in the NFL. I mean, plain and simple. I think so. I've never pushed a sled for fun. But just,
I'd love to see it. I mean, him come back again. He's a great player. Always been a good dude. Good, easy to root for.
Yeah, and maybe the rumor came out. His wife said, his wife came out. He had a torn rotator cuff last year.
So the wives always drop this shit.
That might have been why. Well, the guys don't want to say it because she has to read all the crap. And Russell Wilson, this popped up. Then Michael Thomas popped out and said, "Oh, started like writing stuff to come play here." And I think she put that out there. Torn rotator cuff. We knew about the ribs, 11 broken ribs, rotator cuff, and he had a fasciist tear.
Plantar fasciitis.
Yeah. So he was, and now that could do a lot with your age. I mean, obviously. But the torn rotator cuff is the biggest thing. That explains a little bit to us, I think.
Can you zoom in on his hair? Because I heard today in the Dan Patrick show, again.
I can't zoom in. Sorry.
He's got a full head of hair right now, which means he's going to be on TV, kind of like, what's his name, the tight end for the
he already was. He already was set to be on TV. He already had a job with Fox or CBS.
Right, but he's working on his hair right now.
Is he hanging out with Urlacher or what?
Well, no, what was his name? The
Ian Happ, too.
The tight end for the Witten. Remember Witten had...
Yeah.
He went from hair to no hair, or what the hell happened?
He made the worst. That was the worst thing
was
ever.
terrible.
With the TV, he was god awful.
He retired again, right?
So Drew Brees is maybe coming back. We will see. Who knows? So let's see the chat. We got
Miguel's all over it.
What's up, Scott Cavelli? How you doing, Tom? Long time no talk. Miguel says Megatron reminds him of. Metcalf reminds him of Megatron.
Yeah.
Great analogy there. Great comparison. Cam Cable getting us some props. Loves the show. Loves us. We love you, Cam.
We do, Cam.
Breeze is a stud. He is not done. Miguel.
Dude, he's not going to like you anymore if you keep butchering his name.
By the end of the show, he'll have his name right.
Miguel Asso. I'm sorry.
Oh, now he's done.
Yasso. That's
terrible. He just logged off.
So, Tom, first time tuning in, said, great show. Keep listening. You'll turn off pretty quick. No, I'm just kidding. So, what do you guys do next? We have a few things to get over. What you guys want to do the fan poll, maybe?
Sure.
Okay, let's do the fan poll. What do you guys got? Our fan poll this week was, and I've got it in front of me, so I'll pop it up here. This week's fan poll was: if you can only can eat at one restaurant the rest of your life, which one would it be? So who's got some to share? Willie, you got some?
I do.
Willie, share with us. Share.
So Jane Guidelock goes with Smoky Bones for their wings. And
Wait, where was that?
Smoky Bones.
That's what she said.
Willie's got smoky bones.
And Arneson says Luigi's. That's a lot of pizza and a lot of chicken, right? Jobber, Big Star Spot.
Happy birthday again.
Jabba's birthday, yep.
Like 5 days ago.
Yeah, it was
We doing the birthday segment?
last Friday.
We doing the birthday segment?
This ain't the Bozo Show. Move on. Or Ray Rayner. Move on.
Corey Tussler and A-Case, they mentioned Old Madrid.
Oh, I've heard that's pretty good, actually. Legit food up there in Racine.
And Tony Galliardo says, what the hell did he say here? Here it is. Mangiano's up in Minneapolis.
Good call.
And then Shauna, she says, Cheesecake Factory with a 21-page menu and 250 items to select from. You also have a full bar, small plates, snacks, appetizers, and a wide selection of desserts. The Cheesecake Factory offers eggs, omelets, and Saturday and Sunday brunch.
We got a full review there.
Was that a commercial?
I don't know, but hey, that's a good pick.
Wow, what are they paying her?
Yeah, she's sponsored. Yeah,
That was right off of Yelp.
Let me get by a couple real quick here because I have 2 places to go. I've got a few off the page. Someone put moms, just moms home cooking. Someone
yeah.
wrote.
There you
go. Shauna put the same thing on here, so she's really pushing the Cheesecake Factory. You know what? And you ever been to the Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, it's
the
good.
menu is ridiculous.
Yeah,
No.
it's very good.
It's like War and Peace.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I go there, I get my meal, take 3 bites, say bag it, and bring me the cheesecake.
Yeah,
Why? You can't ever. You have to eat cheesecake. Their cheesecake is incredible.
just go there for cheesecake.
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah, bring a snack home for the next day. And
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, and the food you get,
It
it's
warms
like
up
3
well.
days. It's like 3 days worth of food. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You've all been there.
about a month ago. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been
Yes.
several
Never.
times. Yeah.
You never been there, Hop?
Really?
This guy.
Julie, take him there.
Chris Klein.
I think it goes the other way.
Chris Klein said the Range Steakhouse at Harrah's in Las Vegas. I just like being in Las Vegas, so I'm with Chris. Chris, you take us, and we'll go with you.
That's right.
You're buying. Jenny said Chick-fil-A. My wife is a cheap date. I like it.
and like your son,
and my
doesn't eat
son
anything but chicken.
and said Taco Bell. That's my other son said Taco Bell. Jared.
That was a given.
Yeah, that was a given.
Because you get breakfast there as well. So
Yeah, and the breakfast they have good breakfast at
That's
Chick-fil-A.
solid, yeah.
Yeah. So who's Emmy got something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got
Go ahead.
9-toe. Bob Pett said Red Lobster.
Wait,
It's funny.
He picked a red lobster?
yeah.
He likes their claw.
no, he likes those cheddar biscuits.
Oh, they are good, but
biscuits all the time.
yeah. I don't-
Cousin of ours, Scott, said Who Hot. I got a Cracker Barrel from my half brother.
Cracker.
Yeah, he's a cracker. He's a cracker too. My aunt said Boston Market.
Okay, I'm going to say something right now, and this is going to sound terrible.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm not. This is going to be a joke, but hope it don't come off wrong. But did you go over to a trailer park?
No, I didn't.
I'm just wondering.
Next to one?
By Lincoln Park.
Oh, well.
Okay, move on. Next one. Next
Did you
one.
drink
Next
water
one.
from
Did he say Waffle House?
Next.
Hillary's
Next one. I'm
barbecue.
sorry. Next one.
No, that's Culver's was the last one, and it was a Wisconsin guy. said-
Confirmed.
yeah.
Confirmed.
That's not the one place I would be able to go without, though.
Wasn't my pick.
Butterburger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's always-
So we have the gift card.
Yeah.
The gift card picks.
You can get all the gift cards at Piggly Wiggly as well.
or Walgreens, when,
Or
you're,
Walgreens.
when you're buying your ointment, Eric.
Yes. I didn't bring the lubricant in the
Sprite and
Sprite. Jeez.
No, actually, Glenn picked it up, the Alfredo at Olive Garden.
Oh,
this
the
way.
Alfredo, yeah.
He used a gift card.
Well, speaking of lubricant, do you want my answer?
Yeah, if that's going to be part of your answer,
So
go ahead.
I really thought about this question a lot.
Did you have
Like-
anybody on your poll
No, I
team?
forgot to
Well,
do it,
guitars in a
but-
second. I got more poll people here.
Oh, geez.
I got a couple more poll people.
He said
waiting.
pull.
Matt Hop sitting right here. Well, you can tell us yours in a second.
Okay.
Jamie Langhart said Texas Roadhouse.
She related to
He
Glenn.
did say he's kind of putting the Shauna spin on it because you can go there and there's different things on the menu you can eat anytime you want. It's not the same thing. So most restaurants have that though. Jamie, no offense. Amber, Ed's better half, said Sassy Bees, good restaurant downtown.
Very good.
Lynn Courtright said steaks, that would be Twisted. but pasta Alfredo would definitely be Casa Capri. Well, that's not the question, though.
One place.
Tom, who is listening, Tom Maurer said Ruffalo's too. Brett DeRoos said New Jersey Diner, huge selection and everything is above average. So a New Jersey Diner. Shauna Perez said the old Prime Quarter in Milwaukee. Make your own steaks. Heg said Gino's Deli in Madison. Eric May said Shimagamo Japanese restaurant in Chandler, Arizona. He also which turned out multiple James Beard Award winners. Also, Atlas Bistro and BYOB in Scottsdale, an amazing chef who won Chopped and could make anything.
People like to eat,
and
man.
Seneitai Bistro in Tucson, or Maynard's Kitchen in Tucson. Well,
I lived in Tucson.
That must be one big place.
Yeah, I guess.
And someone likes to name drop Eric. Not you, this guy.
Oh.
All the chefs he's been around.
This guy.
There's chefs at the restaurant I go to.
Hey,
McDonald's, they call them chefs.
There was no Bobby Flay there.
Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, I went to Gordon Ramsay's steakhouse.
He beat Bobby Flay.
And had the beef Wellington, which was
Really?
incredible. Well, I got to finish. Bob
dropper.
Michael said the spot. And we can do that debate in a minute about that if you guys want. But anyway, so go ahead, Eric. What is yours? You're just waiting to
Well,
to throw us your thingy.
Speaking of lubricants. So, I looked at this question. I'm like, where can I get a variety, just a great variety of food? Because I'm going to be eating there all the time, right? So I could get wings. Some of the wings are called, the Lou Will lemon pepper or Uncle Jeff's honey jerk. I could get a chicken wrap if I'm feeling a little bit lighter. I could get the Big Boy Burger, tilapia, catfish, sides of broccoli. And if I want to, I could spend $1,000 and get the Ace of Spades Rosé. So where else can you get this? Magic City, Atlanta. I heard they have entertainment there as well.
Who do you hang out with there?
Lou Williams.
Lou Williams.
Yeah.
Hop. What do you
All the NBA players
I
love
can't follow that up.
I know it's a tough follow, right?
Well, you can name somewhere you've been.
Oh, so Cheesecake Factory is out?
Yes, it is.
I picked Los Taquitos. Mexican food is awesome there.
Okay. Yeah, it's very good there,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm not going the full Shauna review, though, so
Wow.
Just say they have Mexican food.
they do.
How's their bathroom if you're going to be eating Mexican food every day?
First off, you're not going to go in their bathroom. You take it to go. just like your fan club.
So he's in his own bathroom, which is great.
Exactly.
What about you, then? What's your favorite place?
I'm not a foodie like that. I can pretty much eat anywhere.
He's like Burger King.
Yeah. No.
Willie?
Epic Deli.
Ooh, good
Overrated.
call.
Where's that?
So
You
overrated.
never been there, Epic Deli?
Where is it?
Johnsburg, but they moved.
McHenry.
They're in
They're in
McHenry
McHenry
now, yeah.
They're good.
It's
Go
so
check
overrated.
it out. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Just a straight up deli, or like, is it?
They're giant sandwiches,
pastrami's
but
and stuff?
they're all different stuff. Very good.
Yeah.
It's
crazy
It's
stuff.
legit. It's legit. A couple comments here. Sean Olson asked if Ed got fired. No, he's down by you, actually. He didn't even say hi to you. You got to talk to him about that. He was down in the Tampa
He's
area.
a Florida cracker right now.
We'll cover where Ed's at later.
Miguel, yes. Miguel says, you guys are funny. You have me cracking up over here. Thanks for the laugh. You're welcome.
Miguel
drunk,
is a
that's why.
friend of show.
Yeah.
Definitely a friend of show.
Miguel, you know what? I need your address. I'm going to get you a T-shirt.
He needs to come on. Like, we could get him on the thing here.
Click the thing and
Click
come
on
talk
there.
to us.
Come on,
the
man.
deal
Look at
is.
this.
Hey, let me show you a link. Try clicking this link and come talk to us for a minute.
After our bathroom break.
Yeah, after whenever you want. Don't listen to these guys. And Cam seconds Old Madrid. I was gonna know my story about the Gordon House steak I went to. I think it was in Paris in Las Vegas.
Oh.
Get it?
Oh, yeah. I love that
gotcha.
place.
So it was weird because you walk in and you look on a ceiling of this place and it's a bunch of like neon lights, just like it looks like a nest. It's just a neon light nest above and top of the restaurant. And we were like, I ordered the beef Wellington, which is, if you watch Hell's Kitchen, that's what he's famous for. And Jenny ordered steak, whatever. But I thought the food was excellent. And we asked, well, what's that up there? And I think, or the girl told her, she's like, oh, that actually is, they took a video of his hands making the beef Wellington. And it actually is a stroke of him making the beef Wellington. So
Stroke.
yeah, stroke.
That's what she said.
What is beef Wellington?
It is a filet with a mushroom paste inside of
You lost me at
like
phyllo dough.
a phyllo dough or some kind of.
like
They might make their own dough,
Yeah.
but it's very good.
Was it like a $50 steak or
Probably, I don't remember.
I mean, it's Vegas. Everything's
Jenny?
Yeah.
Jenny was
price
buying
wise there.
Yeah, Jenny had to get a sandwich because we only had $60.
$10 sandwich. Oh, I'm going
It
there.
was just bread and butter. We made it was. I called it a sandwich when I made it for the table, but
She didn't
here's
have
yours, honey.
She didn't have the
that's
gift card.
great.
So, so that was this week's fan poll. So one restaurant. Oh, and that was this week in our town here of Kenosha. The debate raged on. It's the dumbest debate in the history of the world, I believe, because it's about burgers.
Because both of them suck.
So Spot or Big Star, what is your choice if you had to go? If you only could eat one the rest of your life, what would you go? Spot or Big Star?
McDonald's.
Spot?
Spot.
You?
Spot.
Cupies in Racine. No, Spot.
You?
I would go Spot. I think Big Star.
You're Big Star?
Star's
Good.
no,
All the Big Star
Star's
for me, then I'm
overrated.
fine with it.
Yeah, I like the Spot a lot better.
I'm
That's
not,
a good piece of meat.
That's a good piece of meat. That's what she said. A lot of that going on tonight.
But have you guys been to Cupies in Racine?
I've heard about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been there. Jenny took me years ago there.
Yeah,
We liked it.
awesome.
A couple times I've been there. Yeah, they got good food.
Or the barn. In
Oh,
Racine.
I remember the barn, yeah.
So
They closed and they reopened.
Yeah, they're reopened now.
Yeah.
the company the guys that I work for, his dad was the owner of the barn. It was the farm and Red Barn.
So
They still own the building. They lease it out now to that other company. So
since we're talking about food,
You ever been to Lee's Deli?
Carl
yeah,
Bradley,
no, I
call
love
in.
Lee's
We're talking about-
Deli. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for
Racine.
Scott to get his papers ready.
yeah,
Yeah. What else? How about great Racine restaurants? Wells Brothers.
Never been. Never
Number
been.
one, yeah.
Tatero's,
Awesome.
which closed down years
Never been-
ago.
never
That
been.
was incredible.
My in-laws live there. Never
Salute,
been.
yeah, Salute's is very good.
The old Pinocchios.
The old Pinocchios, yeah,
Yeah, Pinocchio's
absolutely.
is good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old.
And-
It's the price rent a car now.
Yeah.
and the other
Yeah.
tacos are right. The tacos right on Lathrop, was that at Pinocchio's at one point?
Might have been.
I only know the
For sure, the one on Green Bay Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been.
So my next. Oh, we good?
Yeah, go ahead. we were just killing time. Go ahead.
time.
So you were looking for something. I don't know.
This leads into my next Florida, Ohio.
Oh, geez. Five Guys.
So this
Ohio.
is the headline: 5 guys arrested after fist fight at 5 Guys. I just like to play on words there. There was no reports of milkshakes bringing any boys to the yard, but a fracas at the Florida 5 Guys. Oh, I gave you the answer.
Florida. I say Florida. I've been there before. I've been to Stewart.
Nobody's fucking listening. Anyway.
You can edit that out. So you got another one? You got another one?
No,
You can edit that one
I'll
out.
do 2 a week. I'm not going to
Yeah,
do
there we
many.
go.
So this happened in Florida. 5 guys got in fight at 5 Guys, and all were arrested.
You could probably
Yeah,
do
the
3 because I'm
trees-
sure you have enough.
The trees
Yeah.
and look at the grass and the shrubs. That gives away the picture, too.
Well, there was the first. This is the
cop
picture.
car gives it
I
away.
tried finding one just the facade of it, but I'm like, I'll go with this one
Yeah.
because the trees aren't
No
real.
rust.
You know, well, they have cars like that.
Yeah, but the trees, like the leaves on the trees, that's more south.
Because they're
Do you,
green.
you think so?
It's our
No, they
trees
have
are
that
green in the
thick-
summer, aren't they?
No. And look at the grass. The grass is more that thicker fescue.
Jesus H Christ.
That Florida
Hey,
fescue.
you got the golf.
Believe me,
eye
I've been in the rough a lot in
over
Florida.
there. That's right. God damn it to hell! I'm telling you.
Now go to Tiger Woods.
Yeah, that
your
will,
transition.
Yeah, that will be our next one. We're talking about fescue and tiger. What are you doing? Nope.
Oh, jeez.
You're riding a storm tonight,
Fine.
fella.
Buddy. Use Ed's cup
No
right there.
bathroom breaks
Use
tonight?
Ed's cup.
So, on a serious note, Tiger Woods was in a car accident this past week. Broke both his legs, or I'm sorry, shattered his ankle actually, and broken their leg. And he will
broke
be
both his legs.
He will be. He won't be able to walk for like 6 months. They're saying so.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be golfing for 6 months either. Then,
He might not be golfing ever again.
basically, the story was
He will be golfing again because you know what? He's gonna want to play with his kid, Sam. You know.
Yeah.
no signs of alcohol or drugs supposedly at the site. Just flipped his car over. Not he was on.
High rate of speed is what it
Yeah,
was.
He was on his way to play a golf match.
Actually, he was on his way to a camp. He was a golf camp
I
with
thought-
Yeah, because he's
Drew
recovering.
Brees.
Drew Brees. You mean Drew Brees? Then.
and Herbert.
Yeah, Justin. Yeah,
Justin
it was.
Herbert
It
was
was. I don't think it was. I think it was like a kids thing.
It's
Yeah.
a promo thing.
How could
Yeah, yeah.
Breeze even swing a golf club with all the bodybuilding he's been doing?
His hair probably in his
Tiger's
eyes.
been recovering from. He had back surgery just a few weeks
Yes,
ago.
yes.
So yeah, he wasn't planning on playing any golf.
So Tiger Woods injured this past week, and this past week on the tour, and many players on Sunday wore black and the traditional black and red tiger with the black hat. Annika Sorensen was one of them. Phil Mickelson, Justin, a bunch of guys. Tony Finau.
Yeah.
Finau actually looked just like him. If you had weird view, it was like
he wore his hat backwards coming into the course that day before he played his round.
With the same shade.
He didn't have the shades on. He didn't have the shades.
Oh, he didn't have the shades on.
No,
Okay.
No. It's the first time Rory wore red and black in his entire career.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Tom Mauer throughout, he likes the spot. So, I guess we're talking about golf. Let's talk about the tournament. Colin Morikawa, he wins the WGC Workday Championship, shoots 18 under and wins by 3 strokes over big boy Bryson DeChambeau. This kid.
Kepka. No, Kepka.
Oh, Kepka. I'm sorry, Kepka. I'm thinking the other big guy. This kid is up and coming. He's won 4 now. I believe he's the first guy our 24th player in history to win this and a major in the same year, I believe it is. So that's pretty impressive. I mean, it's 24. That's still pretty impressive. This tournament was really supposed to be in Mexico City, but it was moved to Bradenton, Florida because of the coronavirus. Anything about this? I know you had a little story.
I got a little story, but
you got a little.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, Colin Morikawa. I mean, it seems like this year golf's really a young man's game. A lot of young guys winning this year and dominating the sport. But I got another story about another young guy. We all know Matthew Wolff, right? He's the guy with the little giddy up and as he's coming through, he's got this little hitch in his swing. So he's 21 years old. So he didn't fare so well at the World Golf Championship. He, on Thursday, shot a plus 11.83. It was a crazy round. He actually had 4 birdies in the round, 4 bogeys, 6 pars, 2 double bogeys, 1 triple, and 1 quadruple. They said he gained over 1 stroke on approach shots, but lost 12 everywhere else. It was a complete debacle of a round. In fact, he was on the green, and he was just taking a practice stroke with his putter and hit the ball, which they give you they don't give you a stroke penalty on that.
What?
Yes, because you didn't have the intention of hitting the ball.
Yeah, that's not true.
And yes, it is.
Go ahead and finish
Yeah.
your story.
So anyway, he it used to be a stroke penalty, but
I think there's rules interpretation.
Okay.
Because I saw a guy chipping 2 weeks ago, and he was doing his practice swing, and he moved the ball, and they gave him a penalty stroke for that.
But they did not give Wolff a penalty stroke.
I think it's open to interpretation.
Oh, possibly. So, anyway, the guy had a horrible round, obviously. It was a crazy round. He withdrew after the Thursday round and cited no reason. But here's the crazy thing. Go back to Tiger Woods and what Tiger Woods has done for the sport, and we talked about this weeks ago with the money, and everybody like Colin Morikawa is thanking Tiger for who he is and what he's done for the sport. With that last place finish, Matthew Wolff, 21 years old, who's got 1 tour win, passed somebody on the all-time money list at 309. Guess who he passed?
Tom Watson.
Jack Nicklaus. Some would consider him the greatest golfer of all time. And Matthew Wolff, at 21 years old with 1 tour win, just passed him in the money list.
You say Jack Nicklaus is the ghost? A goat?
No, Wolff is.
Somebody call him the Tom
I
Brady.
think Tom Brady's
Tom
better
Brady at
golfer.
golf.
Tom Brady's better at everything.
He's a product of when he plays.
Why does this have to come back to the flashy Tom Brady?
You know, I heard there's a restaurant in Tampa. He's a chef now there. Best restaurant in the country. That's where I'm eating forever.
Well, what did I say? After he wins the Super Bowl, he's going to walk across the Atlantic Ocean, right?
That's why
Avocado ice cream.
That's why he gets to Europe now. Yeah. He just walks.
Lots of avocado ice
play.
cream.
We were saying he's going to play soccer or football.
Football.
Yeah, and he's going to walk across the Atlantic Ocean.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com.
I like beer because it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you drink. I drink beer when I am sad, because the beer, it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
Beer is good, as I always say, and this week I let Willie bring the beer of the week, which is scary. And Willie brought a big-ass can, they call it a crawler, of beer from Noon Whistle Brewing. We've done a couple beers from them. Lombard, Illinois, our neighbors to the south. So they put together this triple IPA, and I'm about to taste it for the first time, and so are the guys. So it is a triple IPA with Amarillo, Citra, and Azacca hops with loads of honey from a local beekeeper.
Like I said when I tasted it, it'll put hair in your hair. Move on. 260
pounds of sweet, thick, golden liquid was added to this IPA, making it unbelievable. So it's called, what is it called, Willie? It is called Spoken Lyric from Noon Whistle Brewing, a 10.2 ABV triple IPA. Here it goes.
Chuck it a lug. Definitely taste the honey in it.
Yeah, there's a little honey. It's not bad for a 10.2. That's not.
It's not biting your tongue off.
No, it's good.
I wonder what the IBU is on that.
The INA, not available.
Okay, well, it's not much. I mean,
no, it's not. It's not overly bitter. It's actually pretty smooth for a 10.2.
I don't know what's nerdier, Glenn's computer talk for the show, or Willie asking about beer IBU.
Wait, can I answer? Can I answer that?
Sure.
Glenn's computer talk.
I'm on Glenn's side. Glenn's computer talk. Glenn's computer talk gets you through life.
Let's go around the table. Glenn, do you like this beer?
It's okay. It's a little thick, though.
Yeah, that's what she said. Triple hop IPA, Willie.
I like for triple hop IPA here. I'm telling you what, this is pretty good. You know, because normally you're like, you need a glass of water to choke it down, but this is good.
Yeah,
very good.
Again, that's what she said. But go ahead.
My goatee has a mustache now.
Do you give mustache rides at all?
Goatee rides.
And you can't ask Hop because this is a guy who likes Coors Light.
Speaking of mustache, Hop.
Meh.
Meh. Well, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks other than me because I'm the beer guy, and I like it. It's pretty good. In my Untapped, I'll give it probably a 4.25 out of 5. Yeah, that's good beer.
And good. Willie, I'll drink it.
I know you'll suck it down.
Come on. So, cheers, guys.
If it had hints of avocado in it, Tom would like it too.
Oh yeah,
Tom.
Avocado tequila.
Tom couldn't handle those Mas Agave seltzers the other day.
This guy don't drink ever, man.
With his ecstasy.
Let's check out Jason's Sports Minute.
This is the Basement Benchwarmers Sports Minute. Yes, we are down here in the very empty basement of J.J. Watt. It seems he must have been ready to move out. Going over here to the NFL, J.J. Watt signs a crazy new deal, moving out to the desert to play for the Cardinals. It's a 2-year, $31 million deal with 23 guaranteed. And the Seahawks have been flooded with calls regarding the status of Russell Wilson, and reports have said that he's going to pay a hefty fee of at least 3 first-rounders and a player also being sent that way. And with March starting, that means March Madness is right around the corner. Selection Sunday will be next weekend. The NCAA announced a few weeks ago that they will be allowing 25% capacity during all games during the tournament. And earlier last week, Albert Pujols' wife had wrote a statement that this could potentially be his last season in the majors, and it was a great one. This is the Basement Benchwarmers Sports Minute.
Talked about Russell Wilson. We talked about him a little bit already. Albert Pujols retiring, possible. This will be his last year. A great career. One of the greatest hitters in my lifetime, hands down. Hop, what do you think?
Agreed.
Agreed. Anybody else disagree with? He's one of the greatest hitters we've probably seen.
He destroyed a relief pitcher's career. He owned Brad Lidge so bad that when he hit that bomb in it was when he was still a Cardinal, he just hit a slider that destroyed Lidge's career. He couldn't pitch again after that. And Lidge was a great closer up until that point.
No. Anybody else?
Well, his last name is always a great name, great pun over a joke. Pujols.
You went a long way for that. That was terrible.
I did.
I never.
You never heard that joke?
Never heard that before.
Eric would have heard it as a Cubs fan because he hated Pujols too.
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. You hate him as a Cubs fan. He was just a killer. Yeah, he's got to be one of the top. I mean, what do you have him, top 20 players?
Oh, he might.
Dude, there's a lot.
What he did for what he averaged, like 35
Baseball has
and
a lot of history
for
though.
8-9 years.
Yeah,
I think he was at one time. Wasn't he in like only company of like guys like Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth or something.
Mays.
It was like him.
Mays.
Yeah,
Willie Mays.
Yeah, so it was like he's obviously top 5, top 10, I think, easily.
As a hitter, yes.
Yes, yeah.
His-
Defensively, yeah, he was a yeah.
Well, no, I'm just talking. I mean,
hitting
when you
wise.
start throwing around top 10 baseball players of all time, they can't all just be hitters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you
why I
still
say
gotta throw
20
some
is a
pitchers in there.
compliment.
Yeah.
Top 20 player of
I
all
thought you
time.
meant
That's,
top 20 hitters is still a compliment.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about going back in history with some of those guys, they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jace brought up this guy, J.J. Watt.
guy.
This guy, J.J. Watt, with his Cardinal shirt on already today. Going to the desert, 2 years, $31 million deal, includes $23 guaranteed, as Jace said. I will say I lost a little respect for the guy today. I think he's still going to – he's a Hall of Famer, I believe. But I lost just a tad of respect for him. This is just a money grab. There is no way that Cardinals – don't get me wrong, the Cardinals – I mean, he has a trivia question for you guys. You'll probably know the answer, part of it. Since 2012, the top 2 most sacks since 2012, 2 players. Name the 2. Obviously, we're looking at one of them, J.J. Watt. Who's the second one?
Aaron Donald.
No. His teammate, Chandler Jones, will be the other guy this year. So you'll have the 2 guys that had the most sacks since 2012 tagged on each end of each other. We'll see how that goes. Once again, different time after a back surgery and numerous injuries. I just don't believe J.J. Watt's worth 2 years, $31 million. I think a lot of teams who were talking about getting him, I think they dodged a bullet with the contract. If he has a good year, that's great. But, I mean, it works out for the Cardinals because they still have Kyler Murray on a rookie contract, so you can do that. But his contract's up, and Kyler Murray will want his money, and then it does. When you have that window, you can do stuff like this. And I don't think it's a bad sign, but I think it's a lot of money. I don't think the teams like the Packers who want him, I don't think they could afford him at this
Well,
time.
now with that guarantee, 23.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Packers really needed him. Their pass rushers, as we talked about, wasn't really the problem last year. And I think Titans could have used them, but and also, like the Bills.
Buffalo,
the Bills. And
Well, he would have just helped. All those 3 teams you were just talking about, he would have helped. But
Yeah, and I think he's doing the same thing with the Cardinals. I don't think the Cardinals are a team on the edge of winning it. Maybe they are, though.
I saw a great meme today. So it was like a picture of Matt Stafford going, "Oh crap, I have to play against him at least twice."
Yeah.
So I don't know what any opinions on J.J. Watt going to the desert and playing with the Cardinals. Anything?
They went 10-6 last year. Or they were just on the outskirts of the playoffs. I think that's a good signing. If they got the cap space, they might as well do it. I mean, we talked about the Bears, and you said you didn't want to mortgage the future for Watson or Wilson. If they got the cap space, it's only a 2-year deal. Some of it's going to be dead money too.
Yeah,
they're good. They have
Can you imagine the picture of?
they have Budda Baker, and they just dumped Patrick Peterson too.
Yep.
The cornerback. So I think I don't think it's a terrible deal, and I think Packer fans wanted it because they just wanted the hometown guy.
Right. Yeah. But
Weigh in, Eric, on that one.
can you imagine the picture of J.J. Watt and Kyler Murray walking in? Look like twins.
DeVito and Schwarzenegger.
That's right.
There was actually a picture on Twitter today that Kyler Murray tweeted out a picture of him and J.J. Watt from 2018 high school.
Is that
something
right?
Like that. Yeah.
That'd have been great to see.
And I can't remember. I think it was Karl Anthony Towns that was with him too, because there was a big 7-foot dude in that picture. Kind of crazy.
So they're getting the band back together at Texans West. Him and DeAndre Hopkins teaming up again. Should be interesting. They're going to be a team that's going to be a team that's going to win some games, obviously. So we'll see how it works out. And like I said, they got the quarterback friendly deal right now with Kyler Murray, and you can afford it. I don't think it's a bad sign. I just think that's a lot of money. But like Hop said, if you got the room.
No, I mean like you said, it looks like a little bit of a cash grab. What do you blame them? It's hard for me to get mad at J.J. Watt. I mean, a walk-on with the Wisconsin Badgers, just sensational career there. You said you lost a little respect from him. I don't know if
Ed agreed.
Ed agreed?
Yes.
Oh, well then I guess
you have to agree then.
I was going to say I go the other way usually, and I disagree. So, I mean, Hop, you made some sense of it that it's an up-and-coming team. I mean, they're a little bit like the Dolphins, like ready to take the next step, get in the playoffs, that type of thing. So maybe JJ helps them the most.
Yeah. I think if you're projecting, though, I think the AFC East is an easier division right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Jets and Patriots are kind of I mean, you're going to have to compete with the Bills, obviously.
Yeah.
I just think the NFC West is just can be so good. I mean,
Well, after Wilson gets traded,
Wilson's gone.
yeah,
I don't think Wilson's going nowhere. I really don't.
he's going to make the NFC North a lot tougher.
I don't
the
think,
Bears.
I don't think Russell Wilson goes anywhere. I really don't.
Why would he?
I
wouldn't.
That makes no sense for the Seattle Seahawks to do it. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, I think
And he's under contract.
I don't
so-
want to go back to Wilson, but John Schneider's a pretty smart GM, and he's not just going to dump Wilson for nothing.
No.
He's a pretty good GM.
I mean,
they drafted really well.
I guess anything could happen, but I just can't see him. I just can't see him leaving Seattle. There's nowhere. No way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think I do think it was just I don't know. There's a lot of other teams that are on that I would. There's probably 10 other teams I'd put ahead of them right now that could win.
Well, yeah, if he wants to win a Super Bowl,
That's why
we're not putting the Cardinals in the Super Bowl. None of us are putting the Cardinals in the Super Bowl next year.
I
are
wouldn't
we?
put the Titans in though either.
But that
was a team that everybody threw.
Yeah, that's like a cash grab though. I really believe it is.
Oh,
and he's already had the big contract. He's already got the big
It's
contract.
America.
Hey, hasn't Jadeveon
America.
Clowney been chasing the big contract?
All that Subway money he's getting.
The last 3 years.
Exactly. Eat fresh.
Yeah. So I guess so J.J. Watt is going to the Cardinals. A couple sad notes that happened. Ex-Notre Dame defensive tackle Lewis Nix was found dead Saturday in Jacksonville. He just ended up getting called. They called, said he was missing, and they found his... They haven't said anything, a cause or anything at this point, I don't believe, but they did say they saw them pulling his car out of a pond or something at one point. So... Not sure. He was shot a few months ago at a gas station, and his mom has said since then he was kind of skittish and didn't want to leave the house much or anything. So maybe the story develops into something more than it really is, possibly. Who knows? But yeah, Lewis Nix, 29, passed away this past Saturday, and another kind of a big deal in the country and in the world of sports. Irv Cross passed away, 81 years old. He was the first black man to work full-time as a sports analyst on national television with CBS. He was a great analyst. I thought he was awesome.
He's in there with Brett Musburger.
Musburger, Jimmy the Greek.
Jimmy the Greek, yeah.
Right when you said Musburger,
George.
now I remember. Because at first I'm like, when you said Musburger, now I remember.
I'm surprised you didn't know the music. The lead-in for that. That was one of the best pregame shows.
That was only a half hour.
Yeah, it was
30 minutes.
And nobody answered that. I heard it on the radio this morning. Nobody answered whether it was a half hour, 30 or an hour.
Yes, 30 minutes. Yeah.
And he did have a 9-year career in the NFL. He played for the Eagles. He one of his I did see it in here, which I thought was pretty crazy. Let me see if I can find it. I read it today, and I don't know why I lost it, but I believe he had 15 kids. So
are you kidding?
Is he Sean Kemp?
Sean Kemp's got nothing on him.
Cromartie.
Oh.
He was a two-time Pro Bowler, and he hung out with Jimmy Greek a little bit, so that probably went well.
That's probably
here it is. 15 children. Cross is survived by his wife Liz and all of his children. So I don't want to name him. That would take a while. So Irv Cross, a pioneer.
Irv Jr. Jr. the fourth.
Yeah,
George Foreman.
So Irv Cross.
Rest in peace.
One of my favorite guys actually back when I was younger to watch. I liked Irv Cross a ton.
I did, yeah.
So Willie, you got to Where Are They Now tonight, right?
Willie, where is he now?
Willie.
Where are they now?
Willie.
Where are they now?
So if you didn't know, March is Women's History Month. So I'm going to work off of that right now. So this famous athlete is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and a 2-time FIFA Women's World Cup champion. Adored by her peers and also by her fans, this American forward became the face of Women's United Soccer Association, which is the first professional women's soccer league in the United States. She is a true inspiration for young girls and women who still... Yeah, you got it all figured out right here. Hey, there's a couple of them that could be.
No, I got two in my head right now.
Right here. Okay.
I got two.
I got three.
Yeah, just two.
She held the record for the most international goals scored by a woman till 2013 when she was succeeded by her former teammate Abby Wambach. However, she still holds a record for the most assist in an international career, and she was twice named FIFA Women's World Player of the Year. She completed her international career by having played in 42 matches and scored 14 goals at these 7 international tournaments, 4 World Cups, 3 Olympics. She is the first woman ever to be inducted into the World Football Hall of Fame.
Football. Say it right.
Football, that's right.
Tom Brady?
Yeah, he's kind of a woman.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
When you're done, we're going to talk Tom Brady.
sorry.
Again. We'll talk about Tom Brady again after you're done.
We gotta
I'll
keep
be in the
Willie on
bathroom. I'll be
track.
in the bathroom during that.
Well, good. If that's the case, we'll talk about Tom Brady all the time.
Okay, come on, Mia Hamm. I mean,
there you go.
where's this going? I mean, come on.
She's married to Nomar Garciaparra.
Where is
You're
she
right,
now?
right.
Where is she now?
What are the girls' names? What are his kids' names?
Wait, stop. I'm gonna if Ed was here, I'm gonna beat Ed right now.
Right.
Ask, say, where is she now?
Where is she now?
In the kitchen, where she should be. That was Ed.
Amber, if you're watching, that wasn't intended to you.
She knows.
So, yeah, they have twin girls, Grace and Ava, and they have a boy named Garrett. And
Nerd.
Right, well,
Nerd alert.
Nerd alert.
I think all these kids got a good chance of
Being good athletes.
Being rich.
athletes.
Yeah, they're rich.
They have good
Rich.
genes,
So,
like the expensive genes.
do you want to know what she's doing now?
She's a commentator on ESPN.
Well, no. I think you're thinking about Brandy Chastain, but
Well, yeah, because she took her shirt off.
Wow.
hey, she's a co-owner of Los Angeles FC.
Oh.
No shit.
She's a global ambassador for Barcelona and is on the board of directors for the Serie A club, AS Roma. And she also wrote a book, Go for the Goal.
Cookbook, probably.
No.
Oh.
A Champion's Guide to Winning in Soccer and Life.
You didn't win that?
So
Or
I just
read it?
looked over. Look at the font on this page.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? It's easier to follow.
Arial 27.
Large
That's
type,
48 point.
large type, bold.
Glenn, what is that as a computer guy?
What is this? Look it up.
Times New Roman 26.
Willie, do you wear contacts?
No, I don't.
Not condoms either.
Damn it, you
They
beat
don't
me
call
to-
the
you beat me
dustbin for
to it.
nothing. So that was where are they now? Mia Hamm.
She is definitely the GOAT, right?
She is. She
The
is.
GOAT. There is no question that she's the GOAT.
What about
Well,
Julie Foudy?
No, some people will say Marta is, as far as
Who?
Marta from Brazil.
Never heard
she's
of her.
The best women's soccer
No.
player, but
I think Eric
Mia
was
Hamm
referring.
is.
I think Eric was referring to U.S. women's soccer players, not
He
gold.
didn't say that, so
Goat.
I didn't assume. So
She's the GOAT.
yeah, she is the goat in the U.S. Yes, I believe so.
She's not very flashy, but
She was flashy.
She didn't flash
she never,
like
took her,
Brandy
she never took her
did.
shirt off when she scored a goal.
Brandy was flashy,
Yeah,
She was flashy.
Yeah. just like Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Great route runner.
Great.
Very.
Not flashy enough.
Not flashy enough.
I got some comments later on that, but
Yeah, I'm
On
sure.
Jerry Rice.
no, just in general. And
Scott, what's the font on that?
Scott Cavelli more so.
This is tiny.
He was flashy.
He didn't even have glasses on.
No. I don't need him. I need him only for I'm nearsighted. I don't know. I can't see far, so I don't know what that is. I always get confused. So the next topic we're going to move into, since Hops, we're going to talk a little baseball, but I forgot to bring this up last week. I want to show this fella. So he got a big deal. And it happened last week, but I had it all set up, and I
He's
totally
using
forgot
the
to talk
wrong
about
finger.
14 years, $340. That's a nice team-friendly deal. I think he came up with like
That's a
20,
nice team friendly deal.
$25 million a year. In 10 years, that'll be nothing. For 6 years, it'll be nothing. That'll be like he'll be like the 10th highest paid player on a team probably at that point.
Not in Biden's America. Hey, I'm sitting for Ed.
Who put Ed next to me?
There you go, Ed. Get back in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen. What are you doing down here? You shouldn't be playing soccer.
Fix me a turkey pot pie.
Meatloaf now.
I think it was.
That doesn't sound anything like that.
Yeah, he does. Just
He sounds like Archie Bunker.
He does. He's more Archie Bunker than
A little more subtle.
So
A
big
little subtle.
contract. So real quick, what do you think about this deal? I think it's a good deal for everybody. Obviously, a great deal for him. I do like the concept. I mean, the concept here is that it's $340. He's set. He doesn't need no more money. I mean, you look at these deals these guys are getting. Even compared to Mahomes, 10 years, $400 million. He could have done 20 years, $400 million, and saved the team some money. I mean, come on.
Right.
Well, but there's a big difference between football and
But a ton of it was guaranteed, though. So I mean, he's
can't
getting
remember all of which of
he's
Mahomes
getting
was
his cash,
guaranteed.
though. I mean, even if only $80 million is guaranteed, it's still $80 million. Come on, let's be serious.
It's all relative, though. I mean, think about it now. If what happens when his 6th car is broken down? What's he going to do? He's going to have to buy another one.
And I guess, Hop, I agree with you saying they can't do those long deals in baseball because they ain't paying like Bobby Bonilla doesn't have in football ever.
That dude's getting paid forever.
Yeah.
Bonilla's going to get paid a year after he gets paid.
Yes, that was posted.
Yes.
And
yes.
Magic Johnson, remember, he signed that big deal we talked about, 30 years, $30 million years ago. Oh, my God. And it was, it
gotta
was
be
crazy.
broke, right?
Yeah. So kind of breaks down like this. I have this, too. This is how the deal breaks down for him, what he is making.
That's
Holy
ridiculous.
I thought we were using the MLB The Show because he's the cover guy.
Yeah, he is the cover guy. He got an extra $1 million for that, too.
There's a jinx right there, right?
He's making
It's not-
It's not the Madden.
So
curse.
we've been doing
There's no
this.
jinx?
We've been doing this show for 90 minutes, and at 90 minutes, he's made $47 per that minute. Kind of like we make. It's crazy.
Well, I was going to say, that's what we pay Glenn, right?
We have to split it though here.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's not as much.
So that's $4,200.
Yeah. So that's not.
I need a new agent.
That's nothing. Yeah.
he earned it. He's worth it.
I like Tatis. I think
Hey,
he's
where did he come from again?
his mom.
No,
His
no,
mom.
His
no.
father's
what
penis.
What team did he? No.
Well, he did play.
Who?
Oh, well, so first, the big thing about this whole deal, James Shields was traded to the White Sox. You guys missed out on having him.
Oh,
and,
he was
and Tim Anderson.
he was a White Sox.
He was a White Sox prospect.
Oh,
that
really?
AJ Preller. AJ Preller scouted him when he was 15 years old.
I can't. The Cubs always do that, so it doesn't matter. I can't make fun.
Every
You
team-
guys got
lot
a
of
World
teams do
Series
that.
out of it, though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What did James Shields do for the White Sox?
He pitched.
That's about it.
Well, he pitched. He did his job.
Was that the white flag?
He was a bum. No, that was
He put butts in the seats, didn't he?
Okay, so
The seats are for asses, right? He put asses in the seats.
Miguel. He put Miguel's in the seats.
Miguel's.
Assholes.
Oh, gosh, why are you messing with that guy? Go back to the...
He hasn't
haven't had a
gone.
chat in a while.
We lost him in
He
a while.
gone. He gone.
He likes the show, though, so Miguel's getting a shirt if he sends his address to me.
Yes, I like Miguel a lot, man.
Miguel, basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com. If you're listening, send me your address, and I'll get you a shirt, okay? Let me know what size, too, in the email. Also, we're live every Tuesday night, 7:15. Or, I'm sorry, Monday night, 7:15. Around
the hell are
7:15
we?
we'll start. And
It felt like a Tuesday when we started.
yeah, we started on Monday, ended on Tuesday. So that's what's going on with that. So, Hop, you had a tidbit for baseball you want to talk about? What we were talking about before? What was it?
Oh, well, spring training started, so we want to go through all the box scores, right? It's important.
Cubs won 1-0 today.
It's important
Against Tatis.
It's important how well you do. No, I'm kidding about that. Article on ESPN that I was reading. You know how you have all the non-roster invitees, basically guys who get invited to Major League camp. They're either prospects or old-ass people that are still around. And I was running through the list of them, and he names one player from each team. Dodgers, Brandon Morrow. You guys know him?
Yeah, he used to be.
I've heard of him.
Was a Cub.
Used to be a cup for a cup of coffee.
He's an NRI. I mean, most of these guys get cut, but it was interesting to look through a lot of this list.
I bet Morrow latches on. If he's healthy, he's a good pitcher.
That's the health. That's
Yeah.
the health issue of it.
Yeah.
You know, there's guys like C.J. Cron's with the Rockies. He's bounced around a ton. He's a first baseman, power hitter. There's some other good ones in here that I read.
John Olerud still out there?
No. Tyler Naquan. You remember him from
Yeah.
the Indians?
Yeah.
I love the smell of Naquan in the morning.
You guys should remember him, right? He played in that World Series that the Cubs won.
Yeah, he did.
He was an Indian, he didn't play with the Cubs.
He was a Cleveland baseball teamer.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep calling it the Indians. I like the C there.
He was a C.
The Cubs was Nick Martini.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He likes to be shaken, not stirred.
There you go.
He was in It's a Wonderful Life, wasn't he? Because the bar was martinis, but then Nick was the bartender.
Jordan Zimmerman for the Brewers. That guy hasn't pitched in forever, but he did pitch last year. He was terrible.
He'll be a Cy Young candidate because the Brewers always
Wait a
they
minute.
always
Wait a
grab
minute.
these guys and they start shitting golden eggs.
This guy here is dead. Cross him off then.
Too early yet.
Oh, okay. You're going to get to that.
Hey, Zimmerman's back though. You know where he went to school?
Tremper.
No.
Waukesha West.
No. College. My bad.
Carthage.
No.
Gateway.
He went to Stevens Point.
Oh, okay. Well, I was close. I was in Wisconsin.
With
Well,
Terry
that
Porter.
was why I said it.
Huh, Terry
He did not go with Terry Porter.
Yeah, a little younger.
Frazier.
And wasn't Bo Ryan the coach at Stevens
Frazier's
Point?
coming
I'm
back.
sorry.
Did you hear that? The sitcom? Sorry. Go
It
ahead.
is. It is.
Yeah,
Shit.
sorry.
Who turned this episode into Willie's? Where are they now?
We're getting up there.
Hey, Brandon Kinsler, ex-Cub. He's with the Phillies. He'll straighten out that bullpen. That bullpen sucks. Jed Lowry, that guy's dead. Cross him off.
Yep.
There you go.
Is he really dead?
Are some of these hey, Hop, are some of these guys movers?
Jed Lowry's 34 years old. He played 6 innings last year, or 9 games as a Met, and that's why I said he's dead.
That's why he didn't work on a fantasy for me.
He got 6 innings in 9 games. That's great.
Yeah. Jared Kelenic, he's a prospect, number 3 prospect for the Mariners. He's on Kevin and my fantasies team for any of you guys that give a shit.
Nice.
What's the name of your team?
The prospects.
Neil and Bob.
Dixon Wieners.
That's just what they do.
Junior Guerrero's the Angels one. Here you go, Glenn. The White Sox is Andrew Vaughn.
You want Vaughn?
Greg Vaughn.
I heard stories about Greg Vaughn in the shower. I'm telling. I've never seen him.
Have you ever seen the movie Hall Pass and the uncut version?
Yeah.
Where the guy he passes out on the thing and the guy comes to help him.
That's Hop.
Is that Mo Vaughn?
Not Mo Vaughn. Greg Vaughn.
Greg Vaughn.
That's
You remember
right.
Greg Vaughn?
That was a great. Can you guys switch sides? Why?
Oh, that was
the great
that was the
movie.
Irish guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that thing was.
Yeah, the Irish guy. Yeah. Can you guys switch sides?
Oliver Perez for the Indians.
Yep.
Oops, I'm sorry, Cleveland football team, baseball team.
Whatever. They'll be whatever the hell they are.
Wade Davis is back with the Royals.
He'll never be. He'll never be
Hey,
Royals.
here's 2 awesome ones. Jay Bruce for the Yankees.
Wow. The mighty have fallen.
Francisco Liriano at 37 years old just shows that pitchers never die.
With the Twins?
No, he's with the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. Huh?
No, the Twins was Larnach.
He may be
he's
okay
a
with
young
them.
guy.
I mean, Blue Jays are going to be solid this year, so he might be okay.
I mean, he pitched out of the bullpen for the Pirates in 19.
Yeah.
Felix Hernandez.
Where's he? Seattle?
No, he went back to Baltimore. He opted out last year.
Okay.
He was supposed to play with the Braves, but he opted out last year. So that's all I had. It's interesting just to see how guys hang on, and then you see all these young prospects that are coming around too. So
Yeah.
that's all I had. Sorry, that was dull. I should have read baseball scores.
No, I like that. Actually, that was
No,
fun
it's better
because
than
we got to
baseball
do
scores.
Major League quotes.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get scores. Braves 5, Red Sox 3.
So let's.
Dodgers 10.
No offense. We're going to move on to the tournaments around the corner and a few notes on that. I just noticed this today, and I thought I'd like to pass it on to people out there, to our listeners or our watchers, whatever.
There's 5 of them.
So number 1 seeds as of this week, they've named the 4 number 1s they believe, if it happened today, would be Illinois, Baylor, Gonzaga, and Michigan. So 2 top Big Ten teams would be in your would get number 1 seeds. Wisconsin right now they're putting at a number 7 seed, and teams that are like on the fence or on the bubble they call it. Duke, Stanford, St. Louis, Seton Hall. Michigan State was also there right now, so Michigan State will be in if it comes because they did beat Duke this season, but they believe Duke will make it in too. They've kind of started turning around a little bit, play a little better in the last few weeks. Now, this is the thing that I found. It's all being played in the greater Indianapolis area, and they'll have 2 courts in Lucas Oil Field. They're going to play at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. They're going to play at Hinkle Fieldhouse. That is Butler's, correct? Hinkle? Yes.
Correct.
Finkel or Einhorn?
Indiana Farmers Coliseum, Mackey Arena in West Lafayette, and Simon's Assembly Hall in Bloomington.
Any fans? Are they letting fans in?
25%, I think Jay
25.
said in the
25,
Sports
yep.
Minute.
Well, if Jay said it.
And this is the
Did we hear the Sports Minute? Did I miss that?
This is the crazy thing.
You were
so
taking a
it's
potty
not
break
it's
again.
not being played on Thursdays at all. It's playing the first round is Friday and Saturday. Second round is Sunday and Monday.
It's horseshit.
The Sweet 16 is going to be Saturday and Sunday. The Elite Eight will be Monday, Tuesday, and the Final Four will be on a Saturday, and then championship game
They're
will be
going
on
to
Monday.
roll through this.
It's going to be split. It's split up in the weeks. It's not.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
split up. But I do like the concept of the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday because sometimes the weekend it's hard to get to watch the games because it's hard to get a chance. Stuff's going on. You're busy.
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday for the Elite Eight is going to be awesome. You're going to have probably 8 good games in 2 nights.
We'll get podcaster in it.
Oh, we are going to be podcasting on Monday night. So
You
yeah.
can't watch it. There's no TV.
There's one right here.
And April 3rd is the Final Four.
We're buying them
and
another
then championship
TV.
game is April 5th. And So Monday, April 5th. So everything stays the same there. So that's the thing I found. I saw it the other day. I was like, really? Maybe it's a typo? No, they're not playing Thursday at all.
Duke's not going to make it unless they run it.
Yeah.
You know what I think?
And I'm sorry. I don't think there's any. Is there any tournaments this year for the conferences?
Yes.
Are there going to be conference tournaments?
Yeah,
Okay.
there are conference tournaments.
So we'll see how that
Because they talked about the Big Ten going down to Indiana.
That's what she said.
going down.
I got that part. That's fine.
Going down.
That was a stretch. Other bubble teams: North Carolina, Syracuse. Syracuse played North Carolina tonight. Don't know how that came.
Yeah,
out.
I saw that they were playing tonight.
I think it's over by now.
And North
That'll
Carolina's-
be a big game. Can someone check that? See me. Let me know. Syracuse, North Carolina.
Yeah, Syracuse was up like 19 points.
Oh,
when we
that's
checked
good for
that.
Syracuse.
And they're both bubble teams?
Yes.
Okay.
West Kentucky, St. Bonaventure, St. Louis, Oregon, and Colorado State are the teams on the bubble they're saying right now. And like I said, Syracuse played North Carolina tonight, so that could be
Syracuse won by 2.
okay. Well, so that means Syracuse has the upper hand, I guess, at this point. So that is the NCAA. We'll talk more obviously as the tournament gets closer. Which Selection Sunday we'll have our show right after that on the 16th or 15th, the night after, so we can talk about the matchups and who we think is going to roll through that. And so let's go to our Mount Rushmore. Tonight's Mount Rushmore is the AL Central.
Are the Red Sox in the AL Central?
No, Hop is confused.
Hop did not get the memo.
When we asked him to sit
This
in,
guy.
he's a Twins fan, and he dressed like Mo Vaughn. I said again, Mo Vaughn.
Look at the back of the jersey.
Oh, Roger Clemens.
Kyle Yaz.
Yeah, I think you said that wrong. I think he asked to sit in. We didn't ask him.
Yeah, no, I asked him. I
did you?
I did.
Well, it's
I
about time you contributed.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna
And
go
then
on
I
a
was
table.
wrong.
We're gonna go on a table and we're gonna do it. I'll be the voice of reason in this whole thing. I'll buzz you if I don't like your pick. No, I'm just kidding. So we're gonna start with the Indians, and we'll start with Hop first. Hop, name your Indian first. We'll go around the table. It's gonna be Hop.
Doing
Eric.
Indians first?
Yeah, Indians first.
Willie's got like 35 sheets in front of him.
35 sheets of Tigers.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
There are.
Okay, Shoeless Joe. Eric.
That's the Indians.
Cleveland baseball team.
I'll take Jim Thome. Country strong.
Yes. Okay.
Manny Ramirez.
Steroids.
It's the only guy seen dive for a cutoff throw.
No, he threw it and somebody dove.
No, he's the one that dove
Was it?
to get the cutoff.
He was
Yes.
out in left field.
Yes.
He was a Red Sox when that happened.
Yes,
though.
he was. Yes.
Willie, you should bring a 3-ring binder next time.
Yeah. And he was also a White
Don't worry,
Sox.
hey, don't worry about me. I'm well informed.
Are those
here.
laminated?
I am worried. I am worried about Willie. Anybody else?
So, Willie, you are up with an Indian.
Well,
He's going to pick somebody he went to school with.
absolutely, Bob Feller.
Oh, I thought you'd pick Gaylord Perry,
Hey,
your
feller.
other classmate.
How you doing, feller?
Bob Feller, and you know what? Gaylord was right behind him. So, yes.
Gaylord Perry played for like 17 teams. He was an
But
Indian.
I took Bob Feller. Okay,
Bob Feller's a good pick.
I know it is.
Well,
Scott.
you picked the biggest cheater of ever.
Who's the greatest
Threw a
Indian of all
game.
time?
That's Pete Rose.
Well, it's
Well,
got to
he didn't
be.
throw a game though.
It's got to be Pedro Serrano or Wild Thing. Ricky Vaughn.
I'd say Rick Vaughn. Definitely Rick Vaughn.
Not say, hey, Willie Mays Hayes.
No, I go to Rick Vaughn. He was flashy.
Roger Dorn was
So
washed
was
up.
Hayes, though. I'm sorry. Hayes
yeah.
was too.
Roger Dorn. I mean, he pissed on Roger Dorn's contract.
Dorn was a pretty boy. Dorn
Yeah.
was
That
dominant.
was Lou Brown.
Right now, I
Lou
feel like
Brown.
Dorn and J.J. Watt are close to the same. Right now.
Tire World.
Who was the Japanese import that they got in Major League 2?
What was his name? Him and what's name became buddies
Now we're
in the movie.
reaching.
Didn't him and Serrano become real good buddies?
Yeah, because he went like this when after he hit the home run.
And then Major League 3 was incredible. Remember that catcher in 2 had to look at lingerie to catch?
Oh,
Was that the second one?
It was
Hey,
Rube,
Playboy, wasn't it?
Rube something.
Wasn't it a lingerie magazine?
He
thought he
was
had-
looking at Playboy, and
Playboy.
then Playboy didn't work anymore, and he had to go to Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. So,
That was
like,
fun.
Glenn's like, what the hell you guys watch?
That was fun.
So team 2, we'll go with the Royals, and we'll start with Eric.
I'm going to take Mr. Pine Tar, George Brett.
Stretch.
Is it?
No,
I got your stretch right here.
I'm kidding. That's not what she said. Glenn.
Glenn.
Royal.
I'm going to take Bo Jackson. Not that I think he was like ever a great baseball player, but I don't think he'll ever make it on a baseball, Mount Rushmore
He was-
otherwise than the Royals.
But
He's an
you're Mount
incredible
Rushmore,
athlete.
which is great.
yeah,
he
he's
was
on mine.
great.
He could be on the Mount
Royals,
Rushmore
as a
of athletes.
As
How
a
about
Royal,
that?
he was.
Yeah, he
I mean,
would be. He
there's
was,
that video of him tracking down the ball in left field and throwing Harold Reynolds out at the plate.
Didn't he run through a wall as well?
No, he ran up the wall and around.
How about him hitting
No,
a
he
home run
ran
with
through Bosworth is what he ran.
How about
through.
hitting a playoff home run for the White Sox on a bad hip?
Right?
Yeah.
How about him leading off the All-Star game with a home run?
How about him? Nobody catches Bo.
He's legit.
Nobody catches
There you
Bo. Oh, that's
right.
football.
Bo's one of my favorites.
He was a Hall of Famer
mine
in
too.
football if he played. He should still be a Hall of Famer. Screw it.
He should still be playing. Willie?
You should. Well, the guy that was named after me, I'm going to go with Willie Wilson.
Yeah,
Willie
I
Wilson.
like that guy.
Wow.
Hop.
Danny Tartabolt,
Huh? How about Quisenberry?
Quisenberry.
Quiz, I love that.
Sidearm.
I mean, you got
Um,
Saberhagen,
Yeah,
Quisenberry.
Saberhagen,
If you want to go with
Amos Otis.
I mean, sure, Omar Moreno. I mean,
You
Frank
like him?
Frank White,
How
UL
about-
Washington.
How about
Sweeney, Greinke.
Well, Sweeney Granke. If you want to go more recent,
Best shortstop in their
Alex
history.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gordon was a
How
big
about
Series.
Eric
Yeah.
Hosmer?
Yeah, Hosmer. That's I was going with him next.
Yeah, Hosmer. Yeah.
How about Freddie Patek?
Pretty Patek.
UL Washington used to have the toothpick.
Oh, yeah. UL had the toothpick. Yeah, that's right, man.
I thought you were going to go with Buddy Biancalana.
So I wanted to do this right. So I'm gonna go with the White Sox and let Glenn start the White Sox.
Well, there's a whole wall in what are we at now? Guaranteed Rate Bank, full of Mount Rushmore people. But
The G rate where the arrow points down.
yeah, right. I'll go with. Man, I've always been a Canerco fan. I know Hop hates him, but I'm a big Canerco fan.
I mean, there's
One
a reason.
team-
There's a
one team
reason I hate
player.
him. He won. He wasn't
Yeah.
a one-team player.
Who do you play for?
Reds and Dodgers. He was a Dodgers prospect,
Oh,
and then
you're
he
right,
was
you're right,
played
you're
for
right,
the Reds.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he played a majority of his career with the Sox.
Yeah, a long time.
Willie, White Sox.
White Sox, okay.
I mean, he is flipping through an encyclopedia of notes right now.
I gotcha.
You gotta like.
He's like, oh, White Sox.
I've never seen him have any notes ever.
Always have notes. Hey, you know what I'm going to go with? The old knuckleballer, Wilbur Wood.
I got your wood right here. After all that,
Jesus. Hop, go ahead. Oh my God, that was awesome.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Absolutely. I wrote my my senior college thesis on the White Sox scandal. Yeah.
And he flunked.
No, I didn't. I got a B on that. Yeah. It was less pages than what you're flipping right there.
Thank you for noticing.
I mean, I'm going to take that. There was a little guy that played there. I think his
He's just a
nickname
wheel guy.
was the Big Hurt. He does those commercials right now for
Nutrigenics.
Nutrigenics. I'm going to take him.
Nutrigenics.
I think his name was Frank.
Big skirt.
I'm going to take him.
I'm gonna mention Mark Burley. I know we talked about him before. Kind of underrated pitcher.
Yeah.
That dude pitched so fast games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why it was awesome because you got to go to a game and you were out of there in 2.5
A
hours.
lot of complete games.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, there's a lot. You're missing Nellie Fox. You're missing
Harold
Louis
Baines.
Aparicio.
Harold Baines sucked. That dude did not deserve to be in the Hall of
Chris
Fame.
Sale, would you give Chris Sale? I mean,
Chris
for
Sale,
the
yeah.
short time he was there,
Yeah,
he was
Chris
pretty
Sale.
impactful.
Yep. Chris Sale was good.
Appling.
Luke Appling, yep.
How about
Ozzie Guillen.
No.
Oh, Ozzie Guillen? Yeah, I like Ozzie Guillen.
More so as a manager than a player.
Tim Anderson. Maybe.
F that guy.
Who was the big closer?
Or Bobby Jenks.
Bobby
Bobby
Thig-
Jenks.
Where-
one season.
Well,
he was-
Thigpen and Jenks. They had-
Thigpen.
Well, so
Thigpen?
what's his name? What's his name would call for him? He'd go like this.
Yeah.
That was Bobby
Ian.
Jenks.
Yeah,
that was
Bobby Jenks. Yeah,
With the
Minnie
nasty
Minoso?
curveball.
Minnie
Minnie
Minoso.
Minoso.
There you
I
go.
said that.
There you go.
Yeah. Jim Tomey.
Right.
Still in the organization.
Now I've heard about Mount Rushmore people. How about I can't remember his name.
Paul
The-
Carrollson.
No,
Because
well,
you were picking coaches and
no.
managers.
I'm
the first
going to
week.
pick the GM, the XA's guy.
Oh yeah,
Kenny Williams?
Kenny.
No, the guy that did Disco Demolition Night. Who was the guy that ran?
Oh, Veek.
Yeah, Bill Veek, man. The guy put them on the map for a week with their sweet outfits.
Yeah.
For a week.
With their
Softball uniforms?
Softball uniforms,
Softball
yeah.
uniforms.
Yeah.
The
Friends
V-necks
Glenn
and
isn't
tight
wearing
shorts.
So we'll go to the next team. We'll let Willie start off this. The Detroit Tigers.
This is such a tough one.
Mm.
A lot of good guys out there.
Yeah.
But I'm going with Al Kaline.
Huh? Al Kaline.
He's probably number one on that. Ty Cobb.
How about Hank Greenberg?
Miguel Cabrera.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who?
Miggy? Oh, yeah.
Miggy?
Yeah.
Who?
I put him right up there.
Tigers. Sparky Anderson. I like coaches. You got to put him in there.
Alan Trammell, Lou Whitaker.
Whitaker, yeah.
A lot of history in that team.
Verlander.
Yeah.
Verlander, for Christ's sake. I mean,
Denny
Kate
McLean.
Upton.
Mickey Lolich.
Lolich, yeah, you want to go to the 68 Tigers?
Oh, hell yeah.
How about we go 1 year later?
69.
That's what she said.
So our final team, we'll let Hop start this one off. This is the Minnesota Twins.
I'm going to leave the easy ones. I'm going to take Tony Oliva.
Okay.
Kirby Puckett.
I will interject. He is my favorite.
Joe Mauer.
Second favorite.
I'm pandering right now.
I'm going with Harmon Killebrew. I love Harmon Killebrew.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Right, like
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, I know it was late, but Paul Molitor. He could be up there. I know it was late, but
He only played like 2 or 3 years with the Twins.
he's still great, though.
Yeah, he was. He was more of a Brewer than a Twin.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go, you go Santana, you go Blyleven,
Torrey Hunter.
Torrey Hunter, Camilo Pascual,
Morneau.
Jim Cott.
Jim Cott, absolutely. But Jim Cott could have been a White Sox too. He finished his career
Right,
with White
right,
Sox.
yeah.
But yeah, that's
I think I would have to. I like Joe Mauer the best, I think.
Herbeck.
well, I mean, you could go with all those guys. I mean, the 87-91 teams. That's right
Yeah.
when I was. that's like naming the 16 Cubs for some of these guys.
Yeah.
You like all those guys.
Gagney.
He was all right. Puckett's still my favorite, and that's because it was when I was growing up playing. But Mauer's right there too. Mauer's great to watch while Alex grew up.
Okay, so that was this week, Mount Rushmore, American League Central. We'll move to the National League next week.
We did talk about the fact that Hop wasn't wearing any twin.
Yeah,
gear
Yeah,
at
I
all.
made fun of myself about
no,
it already.
no
Well,
twin
I
gear.
just want to make sure that everybody heard it again if they did miss it. So.
Can I explain what I'm wearing? It's my favorite baseball player of all time.
And who is that again?
It's
Kurt
Clem-
Schilling.
I see you have a bloody sock.
It's Clemens. It's Roger Clemens.
The Rocket, Roger Clemens. So couple more other things before we get out here today. This was on last night, the Golden Globes, and the reason I'm bringing it up because we're in a situation where TV's changing so fast, so many different things on. So, kind of want to ask you guys, what would be a show you'd recommend? 1 or 2 shows you might recommend for people to watch. Eric, if you have a recommendation for shows that maybe someone should watch, you'd say, hey, check this show out. It's pretty good. What would be 1 or 2?
Well, I mean, with current shows, I mean, it's going into its last season. Better Call Saul. I mean, if you
Jerk.
yeah, sorry, Willie. If
Stole
you're a
it.
Breaking Bad fan, maybe a show that people don't really know too much about is a Netflix series, The Peaky Blinders, which is really, really good. It's kind of it goes back to Birmingham, England, and it's kind of it's organized crime. If you're into that, it's kind of an old school, kind of a history piece. Really cool story, or a true story as well. Yeah, those are mine.
Glenn, you got any?
I'm a big Walking Dead fan, but a lot of people watch that already. So it's nothing that I'm surprising anybody with. But I mean, that's kind of been my go-to for the last 10 years.
Okay, Willie.
Golden Girls.
Well,
Thank you for being a friend.
it's right up there with Matlock and Quincy.
Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
Great show. Barney Miller was a great
Help me
show.
out, guys. Help me
Columbo.
out, guys.
Newhart.
Columbo.
Yeah, you got an actual one?
Cannon. What's the other old one I used to like to watch?
We're talking about new shows.
New shows?
New-
I thought those were new.
Oh,
I
yeah,
never seen these
hey.
goddamn things before in my life. I'm like, what the hell's going on? That Betty White, she's a hot chick,
I mean, she's still alive.
She is.
Hop, you got any?
Move on.
At least I like to think
Willie's
so.
list of shows is like, where are they now?
I know what Hop.
Is it pro sports? Because that's pretty much all I watch.
You don't watch any shows at all?
No, we're talking about a show.
I mean,
that you like.
Schitt's Creek was really good.
Okay, there you
it
go.
was really good, but we finished it like during quarantine because there was nothing else to watch.
Okay. A couple I'm a fan of, big fan of Ozark. Last
great
season's
show.
coming out in
Yep.
March, be out in the next few weeks, the final season. So if you haven't watched it yet, catch up and watch the final season. It's a pretty crazy show. Another show, kind of a surprise winner last night for the best actor in a TV musical or comedy with Jason Sudeikis for the show Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
He is an American football coach that goes over and coaches a soccer club in England. The reason is the lady hires him because she wants the team to tank to screw over her ex-husband, and he's not tanking.
What does that make you think of?
Major League.
There
Is
you
there
go.
some of these guys movers?
Look at your hat. Look at your hat.
He's hilarious because he's obviously in Britain or wherever he is. And
What did he wear
Is that
last
streaming?
night?
Is that streaming?
It's on Apple TV right now.
Apple TV.
Yeah, Apple TV. So if you get a chance, it's a good show. It's one season and that's it. Hasn't started second
Yeah.
season.
What
I'm
is
gonna
what
check
is
it
he
out.
wearing on that when he did the
just a sweatshirt.
tie dye? Wasn't it?
tie dye sweatshirt, and he looked like he was stoned out of his gourd.
And I heard he was hilarious. I didn't watch
He was.
it.
He was like shocked.
He's
he won.
good. He's really
Because
good.
he was
married to?
Sudeikis.
He was married to Emily Blunt, but they got divorced, and she's with Harry Styles now.
No, Emily Blunt's married to John.
Oh, the other one then.
Krasinski.
It was. I thought it was Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn, but she's
Olivia
with
Munn?
Harry Styles now.
Yeah, I thought he was married to Olivia
Yeah,
Munn.
I don't know. Jane looked up last night. They were never married. Well, I thought they were too.
They dated forever.
But
What show was
she's with
she
Harry
on?
Styles now, and she's with some Olivia.
some like doctor show or some
Aaron Rodgers?
hospital show.
What was her name again? Name her again? I forgot her name.
Olivia Munn.
Wasn't
She's
she-
with the
No,
Rodgers.
not Olivia Munn.
No, not Olivia Munn. It's
Jesus,
not her.
we're all
Olivia
Olivia
Wilde.
Wilde.
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
Jodie
For Christ's
Foster.
sake.
Yeah. Jodie.
Sharon Stone.
You know,
Hey, I want to thank Aaron Rodgers for letting me on this show tonight too. You know, I wanna
Chris
thank
Klein threw out some names: Greg Luzinski, Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, Ken Herbeck, and Rockford Files.
look at you.
him. Way to go, Klein.
So kind of surprising he won because he was up against Don Cheadle for Black Monday, Nicholas Hoult for The Great, Eugene Levy for Schitt's Creek, and Rami Youssef for Rami. That's why I think he's surprised, just because of the group he was with. Schitt's Creek, Catherine O'Hara won for her role in the show. The one movie I kept seeing on there as a movie, I do want to watch, A Trial of Chicago 7. It's about protests in the 60s.
Abby Hoffman.
It's kind of funny because it's a protest against the Democrats. It was hilarious. Democratic convention, so how the time has changed. But
that was where they unleashed the water hoses.
yeah,
and everything.
Sacha Baron Cohen was in it. Also, can't remember the other actor, and I can't remember his name. But yeah, it was looks like a movie. I do want to check it out. I'm just trying to see The Crown. Won a bunch of things. Never watched it. I don't have no idea.
It's like they're in like season 4 right now.
Yeah,
Because
is
they're
it
all the
good?
way-
Have you watched it?
I started watching it on Netflix. I couldn't really get into it, but they're in like season 4 because they're talking about Charles and Diana right now.
Okay. No Man Land won the best drama movie. It's with Frances McDormand. There's actually people, nomads, that go country, and it's about nomads. That also was best director. Queen's Gambit won for best limited series.
You know what that's about?
The Queen's
Chess.
Gambit.
Chess. There you go. Yeah.
Sounds
shit.
sounds
That was another streaming, wasn't it?
It sounds exhilarating.
Netflix, right?
Yep.
It sounds exhilarating. How do I watch this?
Sounds hideous.
Yeah. Schitt's Creek was best TV musical comedy. The Crown won, and Borat
Yeah, I
won
saw
for best
Borat
musical
won it.
comedy.
Yeah.
And he also won for best actor in that movie for a comedy or musical.
Did anybody seen Borat?
Yes, I did.
What do you think?
The
The
second?
second one, yeah.
On Amazon.
I saw the
Borat
first
subsequent
one.
movie film. Yeah, it was on Amazon. Yeah, it was on Amazon.
Prime.
Amazon Prime. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
watched him in Talladega Nights the other night.
You know, I never watched this, but he's got some depth as far as an actor. He was in a show called The Spy, which is really good, where he played a dramatic
he's in the Chicago
role.
7. He's
Oh, he is.
He's,
That's right. You just mentioned
he's
him. Yeah.
playing like it's not. It's a serious role.
Yeah, but somebody mentioned this show, The Spy, to
You
me.
didn't
and
wanna
it's
laugh?
total dramatic show. I mean, it's supposedly he's really good in it. So
And the tearjerker of the night, Chadwick Boseman won for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom as best actor in a drama. His wife accepted for him.
She did. It was very dramatic. Man. She did a nice acceptance speech.
Best animated film, as Tracy Morgan said, was Soul, but it was Soul.
Is that how he said it?
He actually said Soul. It was
Did you hear
Saul.
Did you hear Steve Hurry tweet it out at him? He said, "That's my joke. Stop it."
That's
so
great.
he said
That's
Saul, and actually right after Tina Fey made a joke right away. She goes, "Tina, and nice to see Saul win an award." Tracy makes me feel right at home, she said. So those, Gillian Anderson won for The Crown. She's in The Crown, X-Files chick. So
Okay.
Mark Ruffalo won. Don't care.
That's Rocco Maki if he likes that.
Yeah. So those. I said Ozarks and a show I've been watching. I keep forgetting to mention. I've been watching. If you're a fan of the Avengers, the Marvel comics, WandaVision.
WandaVision?
Yes.
I heard it's
WandaVision
pretty awesome.
It's
yeah.
weird. It's strange.
Very good though.
And it's supposed to carry into the next movie, which is Hawk and
I thought it
Winter
was
Soldier.
carry into Doctor Strange is the next movie.
I think Hawk and Winter Soldier's coming out pretty
the next-
quick.
That's
The next-
series.
the
But
next-
the next movie though is
The next
Doctor Strange.
The next
No.
movie that's going to actually come out is
Hawk and Winter
Black-
Soldier.
No, it's Black Widow.
Oh,
They pushed that back. It was supposed to be out this year.
Yeah, because Hawk and Winter
With
Soldier.
Scarlett
I haven't seen
Johansson.
anything about Doctor Strange yet, though.
So
Yeah, it was supposed to be out.
I don't know.
Winter,
Yeah, I don't know.
but Winter Soldier already had a movie with Captain America.
No, they
Yeah,
have
but
a
this is
series
new
now.
because he handed over his
Okay.
his shield to
Yeah.
Hawk.
It's another Disney Plus series that's coming out in 2 weeks.
Hey, nothing to
What's
do
it
with,
called?
The Hawk, Winter Soldier, and
Oh, that's a
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That's a series.
It's a series. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yes.
thought it was a movie. Okay. So yeah, so I guess something else to watch.
one thing.
One thing I
oh,
did
go
forget.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I forgot. Because I don't remember too often. So, the Umbrella
It's not on
Academy.
your 85.
Oh yeah, you were
That's a
you were
great
telling
series.
you were saying that was a good show.
That was very good. It's 2 seasons.
Is Rihanna in that?
Who?
Rihanna?
No.
No.
Umbrella.
Ella, hey. Now another show
I
I
agree
don't
with
know where it fits in with the award shows, but I'm really enjoying it. Is The Mandalorian?
I just
That was
watched the
good,
first
too.
episode. It was good.
Yeah, Logan and I have been watching. We're almost done with it.
Yeah,
There's
it's
2
good.
seasons.
Yeah,
so-
Yeah, we're on the
I
second
just-
season, and so where does that fit in these award shows?
It didn't
they
get
don't.
didn't get
Is
nothing.
it considered a mini series or what is it?
It
I thought it's been incredible.
it should if you're going with Schitt's Creek and Netflix shows like
Yeah.
The Crown. The Crown
It's
won a
just-
bunch of
It's a
awards.
Disney Plus.
2 years ago.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
Star
pretty
Wars
good.
never really won a lot of movies.
Never won anything.
You
Yeah.
know, so
No, they won musical scores.
But I'll
That's
tell
true.
you, it's phenomenal as far as the Star Wars quality go. I mean, it's
Yeah.
and it's John Favreau, Favreau or whatever is the
Favreau.
the guy
chef.
from Swingers.
The chef.
Yes, very good
Yeah.
movie too.
From Friends.
That's right.
Yeah, there we go.
So
He was also in the Iron Man movies.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
produced them as well.
And he was the-
yeah.
Oh, he was in them.
Yeah, he was in them.
He was,
Yeah,
in
he
he
was
was
well.
the driver.
He's
was in
produced. He's done a
Swingers,
lot. He's done a lot of movies. Another movie.
Swingers.
Yeah, he's done a ton of
Another John Favreau. The Chef's supposed to be a good movie. I never.
Very good.
very
Very
good.
good. Yeah.
And there's a series on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes.
that is also
very
good,
good.
too.
Yep.
So yeah, that was our entertainment corner for the night.
Which I think we probably should do. Because we all kind of like to watch.
Oh, it's like talk shows and movies all day long. It's just like food and sports.
Hop's like no.
Chris Klein
We can watch-
asked,
we
"Is
can
he
watch
playing
reruns.
Abby Hoffman?" Yes, that would be Sasha Baron Coleman. I believe is playing Abby Hoffman.
That
That
would
may be correct.
be right up
That may be
his
correct.
alley. Yeah.
And Jeff Jankowski says, "What's better than Monday nights with the basement bench warmers?" I said, "Probably anything." That's my answer. I didn't want to be here.
It felt like it for the first half hour.
no, 45 minutes.
It's kind of like prison.
Without the soap. Without the lube and the chicken
Chicken Alfredo.
Or the
It was chicken Alfredo.
Next week we got a lot of lube and
the burritos in the paper towel, like Ed always explains.
Because we're building up for what next week? What is next week?
Next week is our year 50 show 52. It's been 1 year
Minus Eric.
for the bench warmers. Show 1 through 5 were our best work, I believe.
Yeah.
I was in the fifth one.
So 1 through 4 then.
They had great snake drafts, I guess.
We haven't even done the snake
We
draft.
talked a lot about
that's-
it.
that's
Speaking
coming
of
up.
snake drafts,
Snake draft. Good segue, Eric. You're finally getting it after all these shows.
Took him 45 shows to get there.
So our snake draft tonight to finish up the evening will be, I didn't even put it on here, so I'm going to have to tell you guys. The snake draft is best NCAA college basketball players all time. We're just saying who you like. So we're going to start with Eric can start since Eric, Glenn, me, and Willie will do it. So
One
we'll start-
sheet for Willie only?
We'll start with Eric. And,
One sheet.
One
sheet.
Go ahead, Eric.
The sheet's of integrity.
well, this is kind of a stretch, but I'm going to take Lou Alcindor.
What the hell are you going with here?
He changed his name to Kareem
Oh,
Abdul-Jabbar.
that guy.
that
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
What was his real name? His full real name?
Oh, Lou Alcindor.
Ferdinand Louis Alcindor Jr.
He sounds hideous.
That was really nerdy of Glenn.
Who's next, Glenn?
Glenn
Pete
is
Maravich.
next.
Pistol Pete.
Who'd you say?
Pisto Pete
Who'd you
Maravich.
take? Pete Maravich. Okay. Willie?
He's got to check his notes for crying out loud.
No, I
Can't see him and they're too small of a font.
So many people to take from here, but I'm going to go with the bigger head, Bill Walton. I mean, I can't go wrong with that guy.
You can't. No, he's a great college player.
Sucked in the NBA.
I get 2, right?
Yeah, here we go. I know what he's doing.
I'm going to go with Christian Leitner.
Oh, no,
We all hate him.
But you ever watch that? I Hate Christian Leitner. That's a great 30.
That was a great 30 for 30, though.
It was
Probably
awesome.
one of the
It was
better
great.
ones. One of the
Yeah,
better ones.
It was great.
And then I'm going to go with also kind of not off the beaten path, but I lost. Oh, I'm going to go with Mookie Blaylock. Played for Oklahoma,
Only because
87,
of Pearl
89.
Jam.
And
I was
yes,
just gonna
because
say, yeah.
Pearl Jam album 10 was named after Mookie Blaylock. So I'll go with Mookie Blaylock. Played for Oklahoma, 87 through 89.
Played with Stacey King on that team.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yep. Willie.
My turn. I'm going with this guy was the best guy in the team you've never ever heard of. I'm going with Larry Bird, 1979. I mean,
the Hick from French Lick.
That's right.
Wasn't he collecting garbage before he?
He probably was.
Yeah.
And what was his brother's name? Ed Bird.
Yeah. Well,
I think it was.
I think it was
the TV
Bird
shows
was a
he
word.
did. Yeah.
World Be Free. Freeman Williams,
Oh, I thought you were.
What college?
Portland State,
What year?
75 to 78.
This is better than where are they now?
That's awesome. He averaged 30.7 points per game
He's-
and over
he keeps
106
rattling back
total
at me.
games. Yeah.
Eric, double up.
Yeah,
Not 5.
I'm gonna take a guy that God, he really just was an incredible scorer, led the NCAA in scoring twice, and unfortunately, after he was drafted, he passed away from cocaine overdose, and that's Len Bias.
Another great 30 for 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was a great one.
And then my next one, and just kind of a guy that stood out. I think went to multiple finals, lost to Jordan, but Georgetown's Patrick Ewing.
Chris Klein
I was
agrees
just
with
gonna
you.
say. I was just going to say Chris Klein agreed.
Chris agrees with you. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
So I'll take a homer
Smart guy.
pick for these two guys. Glenn Robinson.
Woof, woof. This big dog.
Big
Just barking.
dog.
It's better than a dolphin.
Not the sound anymore. So,
I'm guessing
Willie.
it's my turn. Yeah, I'm going to go with. We've talked about him before. I'm going to go with Glenn Rice, University of Michigan.
that was an incredible Final Four.
That
Just
86.
89 was
89.
it? Yeah.
89.
I'm
Was
gonna.
that the Seton
They
Hall
beat
one?
Illinois.
Yes, they beat Seton.
That was Seton Hall that they beat.
They beat Illinois in the Final
they-
Four, and then they beat Seton Hall.
What year was that?
That was 89.
89.
Okay. 86 was
So you're at
PJ was the coach of Seton Hall.
PJ
Yeah.
that was
Carlissimo.
pre Latrell Sprewell choking him.
Yes, yes.
I feel like I fit right in for Ed. Oh, Scott, you're up.
Oh, hey, that's me. Okay, I'm going to go with Danny Manning, 84-88 with Kansas. Pretty much led them to a championship on his back. And then my last pick is be a bit of a homer pick. I'm going to go with Jerry McNamara. His 4-game performance in the 2006 Big East tournament was one of the best 4-game stretches of any player in the history of basketball for just an outside shooter. He was unstoppable, and he carried them the championship of that. That was the game, I believe, not championship of the Big Ten tournament, or Big East. I believe that was the game where he hit a shot, and the buzzer went off, and they redid it, and they hit another one to win it in overtime, correct? So he hit one, time was like just over, and then he hit another one to win it in overtime. So just an incredible run, incredible by him. And there's so many good Syracuse players, but he would be on their Mount Rushmore. I think Jerry McNamara would actually be on their Mount Rushmore, Syracuse. Mm-hmm. And there's been many players that's gone through Syracuse that are great players. Willie.
I'm going with the logo, Jay West. Yeah.
Where?
He
When?
played. He played at West Virginia.
What years?
When?
1960.
What do you average?
29.3. Just
So,
guess.
in honor of Post Malone, I'm going to go with Allen Iverson.
Well, I guess I'll take a guy, and Scott said he wasn't the greatest college basketball player ever, but he did hit a game-winning shot in a national championship game with 3 seconds left for North Carolina, Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
So one shot in a 4-year career makes him a great.
Three.
Three-year
three-year.
career. Yeah,
Thank
I was gonna say.
He was great.
He was number 3 draft pick.
Who's 1 and 2?
Hop, you have anyone you want to throw out there?
Sam Bowie. Honorable mentions. Alonzo Mourning. Larry Johnson. Stacey Augman.
J.J. Redick.
No, hate that guy. Just stop naming Duke people.
Well, there's so many Duke people. Jay Williams.
Who's the big star in China right now? Is it JJ?
Oh, Stefan,
JJ
Stefan Marbury.
Yeah,
No,
Marvin.
Starbury.
JJ plays here still.
Starbury, yeah.
No, who's playing in China right now? Is this tatted up and used to be
Starbury.
That's Stefan Marbury.
No, there's another guy.
No, it's
Well,
still
tell us no again.
The Birdman.
Trajan Langdon.
Oh, you know who it is? He's thinking of the guy from, it's Adam Morrison from Gonzaga.
No, it's
God,
not
he was
him.
a
Yeah.
bust.
He's
Total
averaging like 70 points a game over there.
bust. 70.
And we left out Brian Reeves, too. We talked about before the
Yeah,
show.
big
He was a great
country.
NBA, he was a
Big
great
country,
NBA
yeah.
player.
What about
yeah.
what about Kenny Anderson too from
Yeah.
from Georgia Tech?
Yes. How about Shaq? Chris Jackson.
I
Tim
got one.
Duncan.
Mahmoud Maoud.
I was tempted to take this guy in my last pick, Frank Kaminsky.
Huh?
I would
the year.
have went with Mike Kelly over Frank Kaminsky.
How
If you're
about
gonna pick
Michael
Wisconsin
Finley?
guys?
Michael
the Final
Finley.
Four game.
Keith Van Horn.
Van Horn.
Van
was
Horn, great
awesome.
call.
He took Utah. Yes.
How we forget about David Thompson, Oscar Robertson.
Oscar Robinson's right up there. Yeah.
What about McHale and Michael Thompson? I mean, they took
Yeah.
crappy Minnesota teams to the.
Ralph Sampson.
Well, Elijah nobody named him.
Oh, he was
Right.
all right.
Drexler.
Yeah, I mean, there's so
Clyde
many.
McLeod.
Obviously-
I'm sorry. I was. Did anybody say Worthy?
No, Worthy.
Yeah,
was
we're not
incredible.
worthy.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
Brad Doherty.
Yeah.
You could go on
Tyler
forever.
Hansborough.
Hansborough was
a
a
good college player.
Montrose.
Big
Eric
jerk.
Montrose.
Giannis.
Psycho T.
Giannis.
Oh, no.
for
Then I went to Carthage.
for Greece.
No, Parkside. I'm sorry.
Parkside.
Right.
For his Greece high school team.
So last thing I want to talk about real quick, you guys made me think of something. So they've been talking about doing an NBA logo change, possibly in the NBA, getting rid of the Jerry West silhouette. And the first one they keep showing is the Kobe. And I understand their thinking, but if they're going to change it, it's got to be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question that it should be Michael Jordan. And I loved to see it because LeBron would probably crap his pants, so that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But, I mean, agree, disagree. I know it came out.
No, I
because-
What
agree.
logo would you want to see in Jordan like this?
Yeah, it has to be.
It's his
Jumpman,
logo.
the Jumpman,
Well,
the
it's his
Jumpman, right?
Jumpman logo.
And you know what?
Yeah.
It'd be,
Right?
he'd love it because it'd be more. I mean, he would have to okay it because it's actually
already
copyrighted.
it's already
yeah.
trademarked.
Yeah, our trademark. So
Yeah.
and it'd be free advertising for him.
Why are they talking about changing it?
Because Jerry West is old.
And to be well,
And they're
Because it's
trying
a
to
white
connect.
guy.
'Cause
Look
he's
at it.
white.
He's all white.
yeah, they said
Just color it in.
because the new saying in the NBA is
Who put Ed in the corner?
I want to get this correct if I say it, but I think the saying is black built the league or something like that. I could be wrong. It's something like that. So, and I'm fine with it, but it should be Michael Jordan. I don't
Yeah.
think there should be, and it could be even the reverse. We always did that reverse. You know, when he has body clutched up, it could be that shot too. I mean,
Oh, that.
Because then he could keep
one
the
double
Jumpman.
pump, the side dunk.
yeah, something
He
like
could
that.
keep the
That was
Jumpman separate
legit.
as a separate logo then.
yeah. So
I think if Kobe was alive, he would say Jordan.
yeah, I don't
He
think
would.
it should be
He would.
Kobe.
He would.
I
He
really
would.
don't
Because
I mean,
he's
Well, if you're going to upgrade, you're going to upgrade to somebody modern, and it's Jordan, right?
Jordan hands down.
Jordan hands down.
right, yeah.
If you're going to go from Jerry West to anybody,
And to be honest, it'd be tough to find. I mean, Kobe. They showed the Kobe graphic, and it does kind of. They made it, and they showed it, and it kind of looked like him. But to be honest,
was it him in a hotel in Colorado?
no.
Well, look at the guy who's been
See his wife
barking
tweet?
about it
I
is
did.
Kyrie. Kyrie's the one who's saying
Yeah,
it.
Kyrie's blowing sage around, talking about
Yeah.
things that need to happen when he wants to show up for games. So
Yeah.
And so he's not of a right mind. So.
we'll get as consistent as you are, Kyrie.
But they've talked about switching the MLB logo too because they think it originally was Harmon Killebrew.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the thought process behind it. If you look at a stance and it's there, and they're we should update the logo. Why? You're
Don't fix it.
you're gonna drop the shield?
Right.
well, that's that.
That's
You're gonna drop the
that's
shield?
sacred.
Yeah, they won't do that.
I mean, the biggest thing
What color is his shield?
the NFL
Red, white, and blue. That's offensive.
isn't there silver in it?
Chris Klein brought up. I'm sorry, real quick. Patrick Ewing. He grew. We said that already. Chris Klein, Rodney, and Scooter McRae.
Yeah.
And then Chris Klein said Michael will want to get paid.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, that's
I
why
don't-
maybe they do a
obvious.
separate.
I
a
kind
separate
of
look.
disagree a little bit. I guess you'd want to get something, but you think it's free advertising. Number one, number two, he'd be the logo for the NBA. I mean,
His legacy. right?
that is basically that. And to be honest, in the NFL, the shield should be Tom Brady silhouette, shouldn't it?
He is the GOAT.
Right. Yeah.
I believe so. What do you think, Hob?
I mean, sure.
I was thinking Walter Payton.
It should be the 6 rings, 7 rings, 8 rings.
Just him holding rings.
Yep.
If a logo could jingle. So let's finish up tonight. Closing thoughts. Hop, give us a closing thought.
Start with Eric first. He's got them all written down.
Eric, go ahead.
My closing thought is we got 2 weeks before Selection Sunday, 4 weeks before the start of MLB, 6 weeks to the Masters, and 9 weeks to the Kentucky Derby. Plenty to be excited about.
Minus the Derby.
Come on.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers sportsminute@gmail.com.
Listen to Eric, what he's looking forward to here. And I'm looking forward to the beers and the cocktails that we're going to have coming forward.
Yes. Yeah, a couple of St. Patrick's Day, maybe a black and tan next week, and then I got a little something special for St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe I can find another bottle of Blanton's. We can get all liquored up.
Yeah, we might be drinking some whiskey.
Hop, you got anything now?
Be forewarned.
Yeah, I do. I heard the other day that starting with spring training games, this is the first Sunday. This is the last Sunday we will go without baseball till November.
That's pretty
Oh,
exciting.
that's good. That's a good thing. I like that.
We have. I mean, if you're interested in watching spring training games, but
And then-
we'll have live sports.
And then the carryover is that football is going after that. So
Yes.
we'll have good sports to watch until February. Then so from now to February, and you got the NBA finals come up. NBA playoff basketball is better than regular basketball, hands down. So
Yeah.
Right.
and so yeah, you got lot of months. But yeah, good call, Hop. I like it.
The great thing will be is if we're actually there. I keep saying that I'll know that things are better if I'm sitting in Wrigley Field at some point this summer.
They are possibly going to have opening day. Not many people, but opening day.
Yeah.
Brewers are going to have. I think they petitioned for like 10,000 people.
35% they're petitioning for.
Well,
Yeah,
just
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean-
everybody's doing it. They're
Right.
petitioning any state that's been shut down or had crazy lockdown things. They're petitioning because you can make it work. You watched it with football,
Right. Yeah, they were granted 10%, and they're asking for more.
yeah. I mean, there's plenty of space.
Yeah.
Watch the parking lot. Super spreader event in the
I
parking
think
lot.
Wisconsin's got good numbers right now as well,
Yep.
too. So,
Everybody does.
Yep, fingers crossed.
Vaccinations work.
no.
Or elections.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Ooh,
Hold on. I'll go to Ed. Oh,
Yeah.
top 10.
oh yeah, you know what? I got a top 10 tonight. Yeah, we have a top 10.
Oh,
I
here
forgot
we
all
go.
about it. So tonight, this is tonight's top 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's top 10.
So tonight, obviously, Ed's not here. So these are the top 10 reasons why Ed could not be here with us tonight and join us. Number 10, he's trying out for Thunder from Down Under.
Tidy Whiteys.
He's number 9, hanging out with Bobby Kraft at Orchids of the Asia Day Spa. Number 8, he's buying skinny jeans.
Yeah, I can
Love to
see
see
that.
that. I want to see that.
Made from
Nut
wild
huggers.
boar.
Camouflage skinny jeans.
Number 7, he's watching a Will Ferrell marathon.
I mean, Kevin Rash.
Number 6, he's getting his COVID shot.
Yeah, we all believe that. Not.
Number 5, and I can't read my writing. Okay. Number 5, his exercise class ran long. Number 4, he's at Magic City because Eric recommended it, hanging out with Lou Williams.
Good wings.
Number 3, video chatting with Joe Biden about domestic affairs. Number 2, he is having a catch with the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Love that.
And the number 1 reason why Ed could not make it, he's getting a haircut. That one is
What hair?
That guy's hairless.
That's
Not in all places.
that's it for tonight.
Hop knows too much.
Hop knows too much.
He's been to the shower stall.
Everybody's been to the shower stall with Ed.
Oh,
jeez,
wow.
Yikes.
My closing thoughts is, guys, thanks a lot to Hop for sitting in for Ed, Eric, Glenn, and Willie. We are their basement benchwarmers. Please tell your friends to share, like the podcast released on Wednesday usually. Watch on Monday, 7:15 around we begin. And once again, we have the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Stay healthy and wash your hands.
Don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head you feel left out or looked down on. Just try your best. Try everything you can. And don't you worry what they tell themselves when you're away. It just takes some time. Little girl, in a little out the right. Everything will be yourself